All right.
What they say, what happens in Vegas stays on YouTube.
And we just had a leak. God.
And then it becomes
my Twitter.
Anyways, hello everyone. This is your Gaming Forever Week in Review podcast for August 11th, 2013.
Oh shit, we're on the air now.
Yes, we are. I am
another joke.
I am as always Gamer Wolf, and today we have Matt.
Hey everybody.
Or Matty Asher. Burrity.
I live.
Game Freak.
Papers, please.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell what he's been playing lately.
No,
And
I'll tell you what I want to play.
and Enigma.
Sneak attack critical.
I would like to vote that we rename Enigma to the Baldur's Gate guy.
Oh god.
That's a Fallout icon, though.
Nope. Baldur's Gate guy forever.
Yeah.
Just Twitter, you can see how much he loves Baldur's Gate.
Anyway, how has this week been for you guys?
Pretty good.
Honestly, I just went to an Italian restaurant after I just started my diet.
Ah.
I've gained 6 pounds back,
Hey.
but I am working on trying to lose those pounds again.
My week was weird. 2 days ago I had my house broken into.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's a very long, odd story. My father's ex-wife, so my ex-stepmom, who I haven't seen in 2.5 years, I woke up one morning and she's in my room going through my closet in our filing cabinet. And so, of course,
That's an awkward conversation in the family reunion.
Yeah.
So I immediately call the police. She has a file and she runs off. And yeah, the police are like, "Did you ask her to leave?" I'm like, "No, I called you guys though." And they're like, "Oh, you didn't ask her to leave, so she wasn't breaking and entering." And
Really?
the file she took had her name on it, so it doesn't count as stealing because it was like her property because it had her name on it. So
Nothing else
they're
was
not doing
stolen?
anything about it. Yeah, they're not doing anything about it. Kendall's
Aye.
pissed off about it. I talked to Kendall about it, and he's like, "That's fucking retarded."
But nothing
Yeah,
else was
guys.
stolen? Nothing
Honestly,
valuable?
that is bullshit. Because I mean, just because you don't ask someone to friggin' leave, it does because of that it doesn't count as breaking and entering.
It's like, a guy had a shotgun in my face.
No.
I didn't ask him to leave, though, so it's okay.
That's just friggin'
If a guy
stupid.
walked into my house with a mask and a shotgun,
The file having
I
her
would
name on.
record
You were
my
holding me at
revolver
gunpoint, but I
and
don't
shoot
want
him
you
at
to
the
leave.
hollow point.
Yeah.
For the record, you're holding me at gunpoint, but I don't want you to be in this house at this moment. I want to make that clear so that I know you're officially trespassing.
If I had the upper hand on him, I would give him a chance to run away like a scared little bitch, but no. So what they did right there is totally stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they didn't let me. I wanted to make a statement, and they didn't let me. And it was this whole big
You
thing.
should go to the police station and just tell them that you want to make a statement.
I did. And the guy out front, he's like, "No, we're done." He's like, "I pulled her over, and I looked at the file, and it's hers. So there's nothing I can do." And he's like, "I don't really care," because he like the guy was running around on this thing. The cop, he was like, "I've been, looking into this case for 3 hours." He's like, "It's just one long complaint. I'm done." I'm like, "It's your fucking job. Of course you're gonna run around." He's
So
like,
nothing
"No,
else was stolen, literally nothing else.
no. She just took a file. I think it was to get a passport, but still, she came to the house uninvited
guess-
to get it. So
All's well that ends well, I guess.
Thankfully, nothing
It's-
important was stolen, but
yeah, or something worse happened. Where
Still
I
a
might
scary thought,
It
admittedly.
could have been. That's actually better than what happened to my family.
Oh, what happened to your family?
Well, see, a long time ago, before I was even born, and before my dad met before my dad was even adopted, my grandpa's wife came into his office and shot him in the arm, and then shot herself.
shit.
Jesus.
In the arm?
She shot him in the arm, yeah, and then she just shot herself.
So she didn't even kill him and
I
killed
think he
herself?
tried to, but she missed.
Alright then.
Yeah.
That's a bizarre story.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean,
Yeah.
My
but-
biggest story is my uncle shot himself in the foot on accident.
Ouch. Yeah.
Yeah,
The whole thing with the police.
But
Yeah, the whole thing with the police was someone told us, they said, because we went to the county, like I called 911 and they brought the county police, and apparently
Nice.
the county police are a whole bunch of dipshits, so we should have called the state police. And the state police,
You live in
yeah,
New York, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a funny story I heard once of a woman who was working at a fast food restaurant, and she got and her store got broken into, and the culprits were her mother, father, and boyfriend.
Holy shit.
That's so weird.
She was not happy, needless to say.
And then they got married 2 months later.
So we're here to
It was
talk about
happy ever
something.
after.
So yeah, about these video games that people talk
Yeah, let's get
What are
away
these
to all the
video
bad
games, huh?
stuff. I mean,
We should just get it out of the way, you know? We've got more important breaking in stories to talk about.
I know, right?
Gamer Wolf, what have you been doing lately?
Me, it's been a mix of either League of Legends or I've been playing the hell out of the Payday 2 beta.
Yeah, I noticed
I
that.
haven't-
I somehow got a copy of that. Was it because I own Payday 1?
No. Yeah. If you have Payday 1, they've actually given out
Okay.
beta passes.
Because I looked at it and I was like, why do I have
gave
this?
You, Gamer, I gave you a pass.
Yeah, you gave me a beta pass, yes, because I don't have
I had
Payday
it for
1.
owning Payday, apparently. Because I didn't buy the expensive version.
And you've been playing lately? Why didn't you tell me, dude? We're gonna play together.
I've been with another group of friends of mine that have actually gotten the game in full. They actually have pre-ordered, so they got the beta keys.
I pre-ordered it too, dude.
Yeah, I'm the one that hasn't. And it's going to suck for me because now when I do get it, I'm going to have to pay for that friggin' DLC when it comes out.
Man.
Anyway,
DLC. How about that DLC?
well, from what I read, it's a pretty
Yeah.
good DLC. I mean, it's a friggin' armored car mission.
Gamer,
What?
after this, we're gonna talk about this, okay?
All right. No,
So
yeah.
private stuff.
as for
Anyway.
me, I've been playing Neverwinter Nights, and I've been cheating in Neverwinter Nights because luck-based combat is kind of shitty.
It's all that myself. I'm an experienced D&D player, so I know the dice can just roll just completely shitty for you one day, and yet at the next time it's pretty much 2019, 2020, 19, 18, so on.
I mean, I played
I mean, the
D&D.
difference between
So-
playing that with friends and playing it when you have a dungeon master that's pretty lenient and can deal with that situation.
Mine
There's
never
never than playing with a soulless machine.
He doesn't care about you.
Hey, I know there are some DMs that are friggin' dicks about it. You roll a 1, you better pray he doesn't say make a new character. Anyway.
And aside from that, I've been writing an article on classic RPGs that I'm hopefully going to produce soon.
Yeah, cool. All right,
For
well,
me, I have been playing a bunch of different games, but I've mostly been playing Payday 2 and what else was there?
How is Payday 2?
It's a lot better than Payday 1.
It's a lot better.
okay.
It's like miles
I've
better.
been
And,
hearing
like,
a lot of good things about it, and when I
here's
tried, I was like, wow.
Here's how it goes, basically. You go online, search for a room, which has a mission in it, basically. The mission will be anything from maybe a cheap job, like go and attack 4 stores and steal their cash, or a jewelry heist and try to take out the cash, how you do it. But how you do it, though, it's always different. That's the fun part of it all. It's how you do it. You can try to do it stealthily, which is really fucking hard. And I mean, like, really hard.
That's what I do. Try anyway.
Or you can try, or sometimes you have to just go in loud and break it all. And sometimes
Yes.
going loud is even sometimes
Harder.
even
Just as
itself.
hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially if you got on the difficulty modes, and when you got the freaking FBI on your back with armored units and bulldozers.
Not actual bulldozers.
Yep.
It's like-
No, not actual bulldozers, but they're basically
That would be a lot
guys
more
in-
fun.
Yeah.
They're basically guys in really tough bulletproof armor.
Yeah, basically, if anybody has played, Modern Warfare 2, if you remember the Juggernaut suits, yeah, those things are like those.
Yeah.
Fucking pains in the ass.
The only
Because the
way to
game is-
kill them is shoot them in the face, which is a reinforced armored glass.
Yeah, it
Pretty
takes
cool.
quite a
Oh yeah.
quite a
But
good
The
few
only
shots.
beef I have about the game is the whole mask customization thing. It pisses me off. Well, here, it's an awesome system. You can choose the material of your mask, the design, and the colors. But here's the thing that pisses me off. After you do that, you cannot recustomize it. And all of the materials, patterns, and paint, they're one-time use only.
Yeah, hopefully hopefully that gets changed up before the release this Tuesday.
Me and other people have been complaining about this for a while, and it has not been changed yet.
What game is this again?
Payday 2.
So, if I share one tidbit from my last week, I picked up a game on early access called Blade Symphony. If any of you guys have heard of it.
No.
I have not.
Really?
It's a third-person fighting game that is extremely technical. It's basically it's sort of like where you play as like knight, modern-day samurai sort of stuff, and you have 3 different stances. It is just incredibly technical about the way it works. It's pretty amazing if you check it out.
Ah.
It sounds like that one PS1 game. What was it called? Blades?
Bushido Blade.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
Sorry, Bushido. Yes. It's a lot like
Bushido
that.
Blade?
Yes. And
Where it's like really realistic.
Yeah, like you can die in like 2 hits. But the other great part though is that the community is actually really nice. Like when you start a match, you basically bow because there's a certain button for that. You both bow to each other and then you fight. And generally, if you don't bow, people will just kill you in the comments, like the chat.
Wow.
Like you're so disrespectful. How could you?
Oh, wow.
Commit
I got
seppuku.
What if you reply with "What's the bow" button?
It's
pretty badass.
fault. I think it's funny though that like
Okay.
one guy who's like really good at this game, he didn't bow for somebody. He's like, I literally have no respect for my opponent the way he plays. He's like, I will not bow for him, and I'm like, oh shit, bro,
Oh,
you will not bow
boy.
for him.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool though. That's interesting.
that is
The
interesting.
players in this game have adapted to the ancient Japanese mindset then.
Yes, it's really amazing to check out. I think it's.
Tell me the name of this
$50.
game again. I want to look it up.
Blade Symphony.
Blade. I'm going to butcher this next word. Symphony.
All right. Well,
That's why-
anyway.
while he looks up that, let's go ahead and get right into the news stories for this week.
Okay.
Let's start off with, as always, Microsoft, and this week they did a unboxing reveal. Major Nelson on a video on YouTube did a total unboxing of the Xbox One and pretty much shared a couple of things we thought were not going to be part of the system entirely. First off,
shattered.
first off, the fact there's going to be a package HDMI cable in there, so
With
there's
4K
your
support
connection.
for anyone who cares about that.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I heard about that. HDMI cable.
There's also there will be a headset. A
Yes,
headset
that's right.
will be in the box. And as for the last one, Microsoft pretty much just pulled a troll on us and showed off that there is a power button on the Xbox One, except it's not a button. All you just do is touch the Xbox logo. That's it.
For reference, it's like the first generation PS3s. It's like a touch sensor. It's not an actual button.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you do push it, but it doesn't push in. It just recognizes it.
So
you
yeah,
can basically just tap it, basically.
Yes.
It's like a touchscreen. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
now
Yeah.
First gen PS3s had it, and it works, but they can mess up pretty easily, which is the
And
only.
if you're wearing gloves, you probably won't be able to press it.
Yeah, just like touchscreens on phones.
Yep.
If you were a robot, that probably won't work either.
If it is snowing in your house and you have to wear gloves inside your house, it won't work.
If you're on fire, it might not work. Just like lips, it might not work if you've mutated into a plant-human hybrid.
Oh god. So
It might not
They
work
also-
if you're in a fursuit.
Boycott. Oh god.
It's too relevant.
yeah. Also, now they've also about the they also reveal a few little details about the headset itself, saying that it's basically an upgraded version of the Xbox 360 headset that came packaged in. It's it's got the rotating boom mic. The muting and volume control will take place on the controller, however, instead of the headset.
So how does that work? Is it a button or something?
Well, wait, you talking about the power button?
No, the volume buttons.
Oh,
on
the volume
controller.
buttons? I'm guessing...
It's probably a dial on the controller.
Yeah,
or
there's probably a
something.
dial that's going to be on the controller.
I wonder if it's on that top part above the
Yeah.
logo. Just a little slider.
Yeah. Also,
Cool.
the controller, it will need a micro USB cable for charging and wired gameplay, but it will you can have the controller without any batteries at all and still be able to use it just with that with the
See,
cord.
I think that's the best of both worlds between the PS3 and the Xbox 360, where you can only
Yeah.
have one or the other.
Mhm.
I think it's great that if you don't have batteries, it's a standard micro USB. I've got like 80 because I have an Android phone,
Oh yeah.
and they're just super cheap. So I think that's actually pretty great.
Yeah.
It doesn't
So
need batteries.
overall with the changes, any
I don't have
opinions?
an iPhone, so
Cables themselves are still pretty cheap, though.
Yeah, micro USBs are really cheap. I own plenty.
How about that?
Anyway, the thing that I find most interesting about this announcement is that it kind of shows how mismanaged Microsoft's PR has been up until now.
Mm-hmm.
Because if this was like their plan all along, why didn't they just say so from the get-go? And if they had changed it in the middle, which I think that seems more likely the case, why didn't they come out with the changes sooner? Either way, there was something wrong that went on with the PR that I don't know.
I don't know if they had some kind of weird idea where they thought if they set the expectation really low, it would seem that much better. But that seems like
they were not
terrible
intentionally
idea.
trying to pull a new Coke. I guarantee you, they were not that smart.
Yes,
or that gutsy, or anyone.
I don't know.
That gutsy.
Do you wonder though? Might have been like a last minute change where they originally weren't going to package a headset or HDMI, and they're just kind of like throw it in the box and it'll make it, because people are just so like angry about the Xbox One still. Like, I wonder if the mic wasn't originally packaged with it, is what I'm saying, and the extra stuff.
It might have been. We really don't know for sure.
Yeah. As for the controller support stuff, I don't know why they wouldn't say that it has like a volume slider.
Because at this point, anything that Microsoft said till like slightly post E3 is suspect. And even at the time, it was.
Yeah. So, all right. Moving on with the next bit of Microsoft news. Slightly good thing for Xbox Gold users. Xbox One will not require multiple Gold accounts per console. They will be introducing a Home Gold program. It will for what it is pretty much one account just needs to be Gold, then pretty much the entire console's Gold.
And everyone gets the benefits.
Yeah, everyone gets the benefits. They'll be able to play online,
which is
and
the smartest,
use the whole
which
thing.
is a smart move from Microsoft's
Yeah, it's a smart move because this is a two-parter, and we got actually three-parter. Bad news though, for those that are looking forward to the DVR function, you're gonna need Gold for it.
Is Gold part of the play online? I can look that up.
The DVR feature will be exclusive to Xbox Live Gold only.
Is that a surprise, though, given Microsoft's previous track records? I mean, they gated Netflix behind Xbox Live.
Yeah, they gated Netflix. They're gating World of Tanks behind Xbox Live.
You were saying that?
I lost my Gold like a couple months ago, which bums me out because I only play Halo 4 with Gold, so I don't bother renewing it. But like, there's no apps that work, and you can't even use Internet Explorer without Gold. You can't use their built-in browser,
which is kind of a stupid decision when you think about it, because there's no real reason to gate a third-party paid service behind Gold.
Yeah, it's like I'm paying for Netflix. Shouldn't that just get me Netflix on everything?
Mm-hmm.
It's able to. It's
Although I can understand them blocking the DVR feature in particular to Gold, because honestly, if you're going to use that, you're probably going to have Gold anyway.
Mm-hmm. But my question
I don't like that idea. I think it's really anti-consumer, but I understand. I don't mind it.
Gold to play online still.
That is the worst thing for me.
There was a.
You need PS Plus to play Gold to play online with PS4 now too. So
but actually, nice segue there, because this goes to part 3, where Sony decides, oh hey, let's twist the knife right into Microsoft, and they straight up announce PS Plus will not be required to stream or record videos on PS4.
So the best part about this story, though, is that the guy who said this on his Twitter, it's not Kenji Iwata. I think I'm thinking of the wrong person. When they asked him about his Twitter, his little response was no, N-O, period. And I was like, man, you had 160 characters to work with, and you just said, nah. I love how simple the answer was. Like, there's no reasoning for it or anything, it's just no. That's what I love about that when they showed the tweet.
Yeah.
There's no way you can see it any other way, other than it will not be a problem.
It was unambiguous.
Yeah. Which I really liked, that he was just, like, there's nothing more to say about it, it just doesn't. So Sony's, I feel like
Actually, you
Sony's
know what?
really loving the fact that they are just reveling the fact that Microsoft is making these decisions, and then they're just going right after them and changing them up.
And
Like,
again,
whatever-
you don't need PlayStation Plus for the stream record, but you're probably going to have it if you're going to use those features.
That's what I thought as well.
And PlayStation Plus is a wonderful service.
And that's the other thing is that I have PS Plus and I don't have Gold because PS Plus you get free games, and they've done a great job supporting the Vita recently as far as getting
Yeah.
like PSP and Vita games for my Vita. And you get free games all the time. You get bonus services. You get beta access to stuff. It's great.
My first month PSN Plus, I got Deus Ex Human Revolution, XCOM, and Saints Row all for free on PlayStation.
Yep.
And hell, they just released Hitman Absolution for free.
Plus just tons of minis as well.
I mean, I already own
PSP games
own
and
Hitman
stuff.
Absolution, but still a
think
good
I
thing
have-
to have online.
I think I have like Final Fantasy like 4 and 5 and 6 or something like that because of PS Plus.
The anthology.
I'm not sure which ones specifically, but they offer a lot of the older ones on there.
Yeah.
You need to get Final Fantasy VI eventually.
Yeah, you need to.
Anyway,
Anyway, so yeah, Sony once again kicking Microsoft right where it hurts.
Yeah.
Sony.
What's funny is Microsoft with their Xbox Live Gold. I just want to go back to that really quick because they
Sure.
a while ago. I don't know if it's on the list, but well, a while ago, Microsoft you had to have in order to download and play certain demos. I remember the bigger one was Arkham Asylum. You had to have gold in order to play those demos. That was a
Yeah,
gold
yeah,
thing.
that was
Yeah.
a dick move.
I never knew that.
by them.
I knew
And
there was some
now-
kind of exclusivity to demos for Gold. I didn't know it was that file size.
Oh,
And
and one thing
now-
to separate Gold from PS Plus, those free games that Xbox Gold gives away now,
Yeah.
you
I
need
was-
to
I was
be
about to mention that.
online. You don't need to just have a functional account. You need to be online when you play them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unlike
I was-
PS
I was-
Plus,
I
where you
was
just
about to mention
install them and just wait for them to expire, even if you're not logged on.
Yeah, it
Yep.
just tracks your account by the day on a server side.
Yeah.
Because I ran out at one point and it was just like, you can't play this, but we'll keep it on your system for you. So if you reactivate it, it'll come back.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that because I renewed my Xbox Live Gold recently, and now they're allowing people with Gold to download. It's like a new free game to download once a week, and
Yeah.
I think
1 hour
right
trials?
now it's it was trials. I think now it's what's one? Crackdown. It's Crackdown.
Yeah, Crackdown. Oh wait, is
Yeah.
it actually the original or Crackdown 2?
It's Crackdown 1, and then Crackdown 2 is like half.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes what kind of put up last week a little bit better then, because Crackdown 1 is so much superior than Crackdown 2.
Yeah.
The
it
only thing,
was.
though, to separate this is that Microsoft's giving away
Although-
one game a week, and Sony's giving away a mini, plus a game, plus new free trials, plus discounts every week.
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
PSN Plus offers you 1 hour free trials of any game.
Any new game that gets on the
Yeah.
download service.
Yeah.
Any
Although I
game.
wanted to say though, Crackdown 1 though, although it's better than Crackdown 2, you have to admit it wasn't exactly the best game.
Oh no, it wasn't exactly
Yeah.
the best game, but it
Don't
was
give it
still
the ear.
decent enough. It was actually fun.
And the Shy
it's a-
Gens Enigmatic Wang.
God.
Boy. Anyways, sticking with
Oh,
Sony,
did you guys ever see the Crackdown video by Eagle Raptor?
not really.
Yeah.
Crackdown
And the
Awesome?
Shy Gens Enigmatic Wang.
I did. Yeah, where they're just like
I think we broke Enigma.
the coffee gun.
Nazi gun, yeah.
The fuck. Anyways,
Anyway.
Yeah, go
moving
on.
on. Last bit of Sony news here is that Bluepoint is bringing back a Sony classic, quote unquote, to current gen. They're also working on this next gen blockbuster franchise.
Yeah, I saw
This
that.
is this
I
is
love
where
my
we're
classic
gonna
Sony games, so
we're gonna
I'm
run
hopeful it's a good one.
this is where you know
There's
rumors,
very
speculation
few-
come into play here, because the team behind the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, God of War collection, Ico and the Shadow of the Colossus collection, and the PlayStation Vita port of PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale says it's currently bringing a Sony classic to current game systems. And now pretty much it's
I was also thinking of other
what
classics
game
as
do
well.
you want to see remade? And hopefully Blue Point does it.
I support the author of that article, and I want Medieval.
Well, I was thinking
True,
of...
yeah.
I was thinking it could be Jack, maybe?
That would be an interesting guess.
Maybe,
Actually,
It
but
has a
been a while.
collection, so there's some basis for that.
yeah.
But we haven't
People
had a
still do
medieval
want
in
Jack.
10 years. We haven't had a medieval game in like 10 years.
We didn't have a... What was it? Oh, yeah, we don't have a Skies of Arcadia in the next, 5, 10 years, 12?
Oh, we discussed that. With Medieval, though, I wonder because they had that PlayStation Move game, Desmond's Quest. Something's Quest. Somebody's Quest. So I kind of wonder if that was them like testing the waters for it, even though it's kind of just like throw this freaking license that we know.
Yeah, throw
on
the
game.
bone out there, see if it
Yeah.
gets a lot of attention.
To be fair, I've not played Medieval, but I'm a little more interested in the idea of Jack returning. But the problem is
played
that the
Medieval,
series
that
kind
breaks
of
my
ended.
heart.
Like Jack's kind of over at this point, story-wise. So I
Never
wonder.
played medieval, and that breaks my heart.
Oh.
I'll get to it, man. I'll wait for it to go on PS Plus, and I'll go get it.
$6 right now on PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
Have you seen my Steam library? Do you think I have money?
Got to play Shadowrun Returns.
It's true. Hold on, let me check.
I'm just teasing you, Matt.
I have 480 games right now. Do you think I have money?
Yes.
Well, you're correct. But still, I'll wait.
That's fair.
Okay, moving on towards Nintendo news. First up, Nintendo targeting a flash cart distributor. Nintendo has officially filed a suit against a Florida flash cart distributor. The South Florida-based website titled hackyourconsole.com. In addition to selling various brands of DS flash carts, the site is also accepting pre-orders for the Gateway 3DS, the very first 3DS flash cart. Further firmware updates will likely kill the Gateway, sure, but Nintendo is like, no, we want to nip this in the ass right now.
It's kind of weird because I know flash carts, 3DS flash carts. They're just in China.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've owned one forever just because I have a whole bunch of DS games, and I was like, screw that, I don't want to flip out games all the time. It's only like 6 games, but I don't have time for that.
Well, I agree that they should make another medieval game.
The ship has sailed, and
Oh, God.
Also,
We
it
moved
was
on.
Skies of Arcadia, so wait your turn.
that was 2 weeks ago. I know, because I was there. But I'm not surprised that Nintendo's getting all up in arms about this because, you know, flash cards can be used very illegally.
Yes,
You know,
I mean,
and-
yes, they can be used for homebrew stuff, sure, but
Also,
really,
on a
you
serious
know what
note,
the real
Nintendo
purpose
has been on a
is.
serious anti-consumer bent as of late, so this really shouldn't surprise anyone.
This isn't, well, this one, honestly, I wouldn't say anti-consumer. This is pretty much, I'd say more along the lines of...
They have more of a basis
wanted-
for this case than they did for others, I will
Yeah,
admit.
this
Yes.
one has true basis because the fact of the matter is, you know, if pirates just basically downloading the like the ROM files for a 3DS game instead of actually purchasing the game itself, over the time it will hurt 3DS sales. And with the 3DS seeing a global turnaround, that's something that Nintendo does not want to see at all. And I'm kind of for this. I mean,
My
just
problem
to keep
is
the 3DS.
I'm a consumer rights advocate, generally speaking, so for me, it's like I own the 3DS if I paid for it, and if I want to put a flash card in it and sell it and use it for as I see fit, I don't see why you should care. Well, that should be your
So you're
business.
saying the
Yeah,
problem
at
though is
the
that
same-
it's Nintendo, the console makers, doing it instead of the game companies themselves.
Yeah, and not only that, at the same time, yeah, I can understand your point, Nick, but if you take a look at it another way, you know, this doesn't exactly help the health of the machine. I mean, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna start hurting in the long
It would
run.
arguably sell more 3DSs.
I'm not
just less games.
convinced that
So maybe-
piracy is that big an issue, to be perfectly honest with you.
It's funny though because it's not hurting the console; it's hurting the game makers, if at all.
Yeah.
Well, it
I'm
is
honestly
mostly
not even
Chinese
convinced that
guys.
piracy is that big of an issue.
Well, yeah,
I don't
it's
think
mostly
on
just guys
handhelds
in China.
it is. I do find it interesting though in that they can't do too much about the websites because technically they're legal. I don't remember what the name of the act is, but Bill Clinton signed an act at one point where you could replicate any number of copies of the game for personal use. So, like sites that have just ROMs,
Well,
you're
yeah.
allowed to have them legally.
That's
as long as
copyright law. You can, if you want to duplicate a game, you're allowed to, but you're just not allowed to sell that duplicate copy.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, you
or
can't.
So I just wonder how far they're going to take this, because there's only so far they can go. Like, they can't take down the websites under any kind of law. There's nothing going
Yeah.
to work with them.
Yeah, we'll have to see as this case develops. I mean, pretty sure it's going to be kept on top of by the game news sites, and we'll find out what happens as the lawsuit
Yeah.
continues.
I'm just
Moving
mad
on.
right now.
let me reiterate though.
No one got my
if
joke.
you make a copy of a game that you have legally purchased, that is perfectly legal.
Yes,
as long
yes.
as you
You have a
don't
legal
sell
right.
that copy.
Yeah.
No,
Billion
no,
copies
no.
for yourself
That's
if
not
you
what I'm
want.
sad about. That's not what I'm sad about.
Yeah.
I'm
What?
sad that no one got my joke.
What? What was? What was?
Made a
Most of
joke.
the hackers are, most of the hackers are Chinese.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, okay.
Anyway,
Let's stay out of the dirt,
Okay.
very bad ones. Anyways, moving
Anyway,
on.
Nintendo.
Moving on, next bit of Nintendo news. Satoru Iwata gave a statement, basically telling people that Nintendo needs to go third party. Yeah, going third party is going to be bad in the long term for Nintendo, and Iwata would only consider it if he actually just didn't give a damn about the company anymore.
so
Yeah,
I
I
didn't read this
agree.
article, but
Yep.
how does he mean that? Like, what
Okay.
is his reasoning?
In a discussion with CVG, Iwata made himself as clear as possible about the third party thing. About people saying Nintendo should have
He
their
said
IPs
in the
on
short
every
term,
platform.
if they went third party, that might be profitable, but over the long term, it would be not damaging not only to their bottom line but to their brand name as well.
Yeah, he said that if I was to take responsibility for the company for just the next 1 or 2 years, and if I was not concerned about the long-term future of Nintendo at all, it might make sense for us to provide our important franchises for other platforms, and then we might be able to gain some short-term profit. However, I'm really responsible for the long-term future of Nintendo as well. Excuse me. So I would never think about providing our precious resources for other platforms at all. And for those that are griping about, the Wii U's flagging sales and whatnot and all, power the iOS has and whatever, he says that what I believe is that Nintendo is a very unique company because it does its business by designing and introducing people to hardware and software. By integrating them, we can be unique. And because we have hardware and software developers in the same building, they stimulate each other. And those kinds of conditions have enabled us to create something that no other companies can create.
And let's be clear here, even if the Wii U does fail, which I suppose is possible, they will be fine as a company.
Mhm.
They
They
will be
wouldn't lose them
perfectly
going forward.
fine. They have quite a bit of money in their coffers just waiting to be spent. They will be fine if the Wii U fails.
I guess I do find it interesting because I think that he is right in the sense I didn't really understand it at first, but if they went third party, the whole reason that people even buy the Wii U is mostly for Nintendo's games, from my general understanding of just like the general public.
I've said that in the past, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that makes a lot more sense then, and just the fact that they make the games that sell the consoles. So their console sales would certainly
Yeah, and
hurt
he
if
also-
they sold them to other ones.
And also the line about, how their software and hardware developers, being
And keep in
in that
mind-
same building right there just creates a whole bunch of ideas that can just bounce off each other and just create some unique concepts.
So
Keep
what
in
I
if
mean,
mind
you
also that
don't
the
see
Wii
that.
U-
You don't see that like on iOS. Apple isn't making their own goddamn games and whatever. They only
Keep
just
in
make
mind,
the
too, that the
iPod.
Wii U
and-
is the
the
very
iPod Touches
first-
and that.
Keep in mind that the Wii U is also the very first and so far only console Nintendo has sold at a loss. I lost every other console they've sold. They make a profit on every single console sale, which is unique in the gaming industry.
Yeah.
I
When
just can
every
only
single
imagine
Wii
though,
that's
in
sold,
Nintendo
they made a
building, I just see the hardware and software guys looking at us like, what if we just use this gamepad thing? We use the touchscreen, and it goes onto TV. And they're like, oh my god. Like, I feel like I just don't see, like, the really complex thoughts that come out of that, but I suppose it does work as far as putting them both together. It is interesting, though, like, that they do sell at a loss. It's weird at this point.
Yeah. Well.
And they probably won't do this again, the selling at a loss, unless there's a really drastic situation.
Yeah. True enough.
So, one of these days, we're going to have to discuss why the Wii U is doing how it is. Might need to reserve that for some week.
Yeah.
Well, again, we know what one of the key things is the fact that there's no real must-have games on there. I mean, finally, we got Pikmin 3 came out last week, I believe.
To clarify, there are no must-have games that aren't on other consoles.
Yeah, on
Yes,
other
no
consoles.
exclusives.
Yes. Well,
And nothing that plays better on the Wii U than other consoles.
Well, Pikmin 3 came out last week, I believe, and Wonderful 101 is right near on the horizon, and we're seeing also. Well, we'll get into that in a little bit because there was a Nintendo Direct this week as well. But before we get to that, we're going to go over.
It's hard for me to comment on Nintendo because I've never really been a huge fan of their franchises.
I'm not sure either.
To be perfectly honest, I'm only excited for Wind Waker HD. That is it.
Mario is a game that I like. I don't like it enough to purchase a whole console just for Mario.
Same here.
Yeah.
It's a good platformer.
Yeah.
But
I like it. I don't
it's
love
kind of
it.
the minority, though, to think that. Especially Zelda, though, over Mario.
I've actually never played a Zelda game. And I don't really care to.
Shame.
I mean, to be fair, though, if you're not into that style of game, like, what would convince you to play Zelda over any other game that's, like, an adventure-style game?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just go play, like, Assassin's Creed or something like that? Anyway, before this does into something horrible...
I'm going to get crucified in the comments of this video.
How dare you not play Zelda?
Anyways, moving on. Like I said, next up, Platinum Games gave a interview with Gamasutra, and they talked about their relationship with Nintendo as they're working on Bayonetta 2 and also Wonderful 101. They said that Bayonetta 2 director Yusuke Hashimoto and producer Atsu.
Just butcher the name with your American accent.
Atsushi Inaba. They pretty much had nothing but kind things to say about Nintendo and its impact on the development process, saying the partnership is a great experience. Hashimoto said that they're not standing in our way. Nintendo has been more of as an observer, and really good to just let us do our work, but to point out some minor things throughout the course of development. It's almost as if they are a very critical player that can sit back and give us great advice on how we're creating the game, he said. And he also made a mention that working with Nintendo, the one thing that comes out is that they are not able to cover up the weaknesses in the core gameplay by making the graphics prettier or adding cutscenes or whatever. The first and foremost concern is the core of the game and the gameplay itself, and how good the quality is of it. And that is pretty much Nintendo right there. I mean, they
should
really
come as no surprise to anyone.
No, really, yeah. I mean, that's pretty true. I'd be the same thing if I was there.
Because if anyone's followed Nintendo for a number of years, their stories are bare bones, and that's being generous.
But their gameplay is usually top notch.
Yeah. That's where they excel.
And I did mention this during the pre-show, but I'm curious what that will do to Bayonetta. Not like it didn't have a story, but it was also like pretty flashy. The gameplay was pretty good, so I'm curious if there's any kind of gameplay changes. If it's just gonna feel a lot tighter and like a lot better. I'm just curious to see like what Nintendo observing is gonna do.
True. But
when I see Nintendo, I think more of gameplay engineers than I do storytellers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
true.
if they're applying that kind of thought process to help the guys that make Bayonetta 2, that's probably going to make a more polished experience than they would otherwise have.
Yeah, I do.
That's what I'd be curious is to see like what Bayonetta 2 would look like without them versus what it.
Yeah, and there's going to be an inevitable comparison between this game and its predecessor. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
And I'll be curious to see it.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it definitely looks like Platinum Game. I mean, right here, it's like, yeah, we know, Nintendo's not the greatest storytellers, but Platinum Games, they're handling this entirely themselves. So the story is pretty much on their shoulders and their shoulders only, and Nintendo's staying out of it completely.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply that Bayonetta 2 don't have a bad story.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that with the way you're saying, yeah, Nintendo's pretty much primary with the gameplay. I mean, and with the fact that they're not exactly constantly butting in saying, oh, change this, change that of the story or whatever. That also says
I
something
think Nintendo
too.
would be uncomfortable talking about story in games. Quite frankly.
I mean, it's, just to tell you guys spoilers, I don't think Platinum's gonna have a great story because I played Bayonetta 1. and it did not. But I'm not too worried about that because it's Bayonetta. I don't play that for the story.
Did anyone actually play Bayonetta for its story?
Oh,
Like,
true,
seriously?
true, good
There's probably
point.
one guy, and he was really disappointed. It's like I saw
Well,
this sexy
you
lady with
came
the
in here
glasses, and I
expecting-
expected great storytelling.
You expected guns and hair magic.
Yeah, exactly.
I expected
And giant
to see
hair
nudity.
boots and giant hair fists that slap you around like you're a little play toy.
And
And very
amazing
suggestive
in-bosses.
manners.
And clothing made of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, it's so weird.
But yeah, overall, I mean, this shows that Nintendo.
So
you know,
weird, and yet somehow we are oddly turned on.
Who is
Please
we
explain
in this
yourself.
situation?
I know, seriously. Is there someone we should be knowing about this?
I'm just saying a lot of guys are probably turned on by that.
Sadly, that probably would be true.
There's a lot of 15-year-olds who play M-rated games, so you know.
Yes. Anyways, again, again, this is a good showing that Nintendo knows. We're not going to overstep our bounds. We're going to let them do what they need to do, but at the same time, we'll give some input as to how it could be a little bit better,
I like
just
it.
in gameplay wise. Okay, now this week was a Nintendo Direct. Mostly it was stuff we already knew about to show off a little bit more of games such as Wind Waker HD, Link Between Worlds, and a couple other games. But there were a few little surprises, and one of them was the fact of what they were showing was coming to the Virtual Console. And the big one was Summer Carnival 92 Rekka, known as one of the fucking hardest shooters ever.
I've never heard of this.
Well, this
Yeah.
game was originally only in Japan, but it's, finally getting its stateside release with
Ah.
this. It's basically
Yeah.
this was originally made. I think this was, if I remember correctly, this was made as like a challenge. This is a challenge kind of a thing. Make
It was
your
it was
game.
a sick joke.
No, it wasn't a sick joke.
It's a sick joke.
No. The game was made as part of a contest, if you will, as Nintendo was like trying to
Like a game jam?
a game jam, if you will, for the NES.
Was Pino Monolith involved?
I don't think so.
Damn.
But no, it was a game jam-esque kind of thing, and this, I believe, was one of like the really notable games. And copies for this game, the rare copies for this game, are up in like $400 or more on eBay. This game
Not
is
anymore.
rare as fuck.
Yeah,
Well, the
that price is
physical
gonna go way down.
No,
soon.
the physical copy is probably
I'm
still
sure it's
be
going
that.
to go down slightly, but probably not that much. Maybe
Well, it's
Yeah.
gonna go down to the
100.
people who just want to play it, but it'll still stay up for the people who want physical copies.
Yeah.
And collectors, basically.
Yeah, but as I said, this also
Like for the
Summer.
6 people here that have heard of this thing.
Yeah, really.
But also, Summer Carnival 92 Rekka, like I said, is also one of the hardest. Was it bullet hell shooters?
Oh, it's a bullet hell. All right.
Yes, it is fucking bullet hell, and God, it is brutal. I have seen video.
About Toho.
I have seen
Is it
video.
more
of
brutal
it.
than Battletoads?
No, it's
Most bullet hells are more brutal than that.
well. Wait, yeah, you're true.
Put it up
True
all
on
the
that.
way. You put Toho 6 on max level, you're gonna have a bad day.
Oh yeah. Now,
Weak.
You're going to have
Yeah.
a bad day.
so yeah, if you're
You're gonna have
shooting,
a bad time.
if you're a bullet hell shoot 'em up fan, definitely look for this one. Though you probably will end up tossing your console or your controller once or twice. No, this is for the 3DS. 3DS, sorry. So yeah, you could be tossing your 3DS maybe a little bit because this game is hard as fuck. Also to be
Except
coming.
bullet hell. I'm ready.
Yeah. Also announced for the Virtual Console releases, Donkey Kong, the arcade Donkey Kong, will be coming soon,
My
along
body is ready.
along with Wario Land 3, which will be coming out onto the 3DS Virtual Console library. Also, Wario Land 3 will be coming out on August 29th, along with Donkey Kong, and Super Mario Bros. 3 has officially been announced to be coming basically a simultaneous release on both the Wii U and the 3DS, along with Tecmo Bowl.
It's
Oh.
on like Donkey Kong.
I got Nintendo like $2. Come on.
Well, honestly, hey, portable Super Mario Brothers 3, I'm all for it.
There was a GBA game, but
Well, yeah, but that is hard to find nowadays. Also, GBA, yeah, does anyone still have a GBA?
I was actually
GBA.
I still have my GBA.
In all honesty, I do too.
What's a GBA?
It still
Yeah.
works.
Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance, yeah.
I
Yeah,
also still have my Pikachu Yellow Game Boy Color.
Oh God, that is
I
a
have-
throwback.
I have my Game Boy Advance SP. It's actually right below my laptop at the moment.
Nice. I still have my DS, the original Clam DS.
I never bought a DS.
I use that for the GBA
I
thing.
remember-
I
Yeah,
have a
3
3DS,
months
but
before
I
the
only
last-
use it for Monster Hunter. I'm on
I
the
had the
Monster
Never
original
played
DS
Monster
in like
Hunter.
that
But-
March.
And
freaking-
you, sir, do not belong here. Leave my presence before I whack you with my giant sword made out of a dinosaur's bone jar.
Don't you even dare talk about games unless you've played Baldur's Gate.
Oh God.
You're gonna keep pulling on this for weeks, aren't you?
No,
It
yeah,
always comes
fuck
back to
Baldur's
Baldur's
Gate.
Play
Any-
the Baldur's Gate guy.
anyways, now the virtual console stuff's all well and good, but the big one came not around like late in it, but around about the 2/3 of the way through. And this probably made everyone who's been looking forward to this jump up for joy. Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney will be coming to the United States and Europe in
How is that going
2014.
to work? I'm still baffled by that.
Because Light's
concept.
gonna tip his hat and be like, I found the answer. And Phoenix Wright can be like, objection! Your hat sucks!
Well,
That's the game. You won.
Game Freak, and for anybody else who hasn't followed this, basically this whole combination, if I remember correctly, the story takes place basically both Professor Layton and Phoenix Wright, they get like sucked into like some sort of like alternate world from a
Of
book.
course.
And then they go to the top of the Citadel and are forced to choose between the destroy ending,
No.
control ending, and the synthesis ending.
Yeah, I like it. I wonder if the first thing they're gonna ask when they see each other
into a
is,
parallel
Gamer Wolf, you
dimension.
walked right into that one.
Anyways,
when they see each other though, the first thing I want to happen is Phoenix Wright look at Layton and be like, why do your eyes look like that? Why you have little eyes?
anyways, the game will feature both, the infamous puzzles of the Professor Layton series, but also will have courtroom sections a la Phoenix Wright.
And the shippers rejoiced.
This is gonna be
I
nuts.
was gonna be like Professor Layton trying to solve a murder case with Phoenix Wright.
I've got to ready my late
Pretty much.
Phoenix
It's
Wright
gonna be
fan
kinda like
fiction.
that.
I've got to start writing it now
You said
while I
your
still have
body
a
was ready.
chance.
My body could not be more ready for this. I
am more
So-
than
Oh,
excited for this. I mean,
you-
we're already getting Phoenix Wright 5 later this year. I mean, to have
Are
this
you ready
on the
for slash
horizon,
fix?
to have this
Yes.
to have this game on the horizon is like the best thing that could have ever happened. Thank you, Level 5. Thank you. Finally.
Are you ready for the slash fix?
Oh,
I am so ready.
what the fuck?
Actually, here's a question I gotta ask though: what style are they gonna have them drawn? I mean,
No, they're going to be in their own styles. They'll stay in
Yeah,
their
like
own styles. But the
Just
character,
together.
but the rest of the characters that you'll be meeting will be pretty much like, I'd say along the lines of like the Phoenix Wright style.
I was gonna say, would it be like a generic third style, maybe?
I was gonna think Professor Layton would look more like would be in a Phoenix Wright style.
No,
and then
no.
Professor Layton,
Again,
with
this
the
is
Ace Attorney
level
instead.
5 is not gonna wouldn't
you
allow
look
that to happen.
aroused.
Enigma,
Phoenix Wright said, objection.
Enigma, I'm about ready to
You look
mute you.
aroused.
I swear to God, I'm about ready to mute you.
oh my
Go
god,
ahead.
the body is ready.
Hey, have you guys seen the threatening blowjob poem for Danny and Steam Train?
The fuck? Okay, can we?
I regret nothing.
God, let's get this train back on the tracks before it turns into another Amtrak accident.
Let us know when it's supposed to end. How am I supposed to know when the Professor Layton train leaves?
I just did choo-choo, so go.
You
We're leaving.
sense.
Next
Okay, the
topic.
escapist-
Anyways, also brief mention here. Well, slight brief mention. There was also a little bit of other announcements, such as Luigi is confirmed for the upcoming Smash Brothers games for the Wii U and 3DS.
Wait, he wasn't confirmed already?
No, he's confirmed now.
Oh wait, it's Half-Life
Wait,
3.
That was
wasn't
a
confirmed
question as to
before.
whether or not he would be in Smash
No,
Brothers?
no, they just didn't. Again, they haven't announced the entire full roster, so they're just pretty much leaking out like every so often. Like,
So wait, here's a question: is Mario not going to be in the game then? Are they going to announce that Mario's going to be in the game?
No, Mario's already been announced. He was one of the first ones announced, obviously.
Why did they not announce Luigi?
That's what I'm wondering.
Exactly.
The year of Luigi, maybe? I don't know.
yeah, that's
I mean,
pretty
it is
much
the year
it.
of Luigi.
They held it back for like a later announcement. They wanted to announce it along with, just reminding everyone that Mario and Luigi Dream Team is coming out. Well, it's coming out now, I believe. And
Not
trust,
sent out. Game's already out. Go get it. Thank you.
yeah, well, definitely go get it. From what I've been
disturbed that
I'm
there'll be a
glad for
bunch of
Luigi.
little Luigi's turned into a hammer.
Well, I'm glad
That's
that Luigi's
well,
coming
what
in
do you
for
expect?
recognition.
It's the dream world.
It's pretty cool. I like Luigi.
Let's move on.
Luigi's much more interesting than Mario is, that's for sure. There, I
Anyway,
said it.
Boy.
yeah. If you're a Mario, or if you love the Mario and Luigi RPG games, definitely check this out. I mean, the only gripes I've been hearing about is just basically the tutorials and the slow start and how it's like there's not much new in it. I'm like, if it ain't broke, it doesn't need to be fixed.
Whatever. What's next?
All right, moving away from the big three, moving on towards the third parties, and we
Here
start
we
off.
go.
Oh, let's do it.
Enigma is about ready to rant because Ubisoft made the statement this week saying that Assassin's Creed will have an end. Assassin's Creed 4 director Ashraf Ismail said that each new game is working through a planned overall arc, saying that we have multiple development teams, and then we have the brand team that sits on top and is filled with writers and designers concerned with the series' overall arc. So there is an overall arc, and each iteration has its place inside this. We are a yearly title. We ship one game a year. So depending on the setting, depending on what the fans want, we've given ourselves room to fit more in this arc. But there is, in fact, an end.
I call your bluff, Ubisoft.
I actually
I
have a full
call
house.
your bluff. I call your motherfucking bluff. Because you have done everything you can to run this series into the ground and then take it even farther down in the dirt. I don't doubt I doubt everything in that story. I don't think that I think they're lying flat out. I'll say it.
You heard it here first, folks. Heard it here first.
Well, yeah, I mean, after what we've seen with the practices that have been going on with
Yeah,
Assassin's
this
Creed,
goes against everything Ubisoft stands for at the moment.
Which is run everything straight into the ground.
that are just,
So-
yearly releases.
Speaking of the story, though, is it just me, or is like each new game make it seem more and more like a bad series of fantasy books that sits on the Barnes and Noble between J.R.R.
Yes.
Tolkien's Warhammer
I know,
series?
right?
Like that
Yes.
series of fantasy books, you like the covers look kind of cool, but I'm not gonna read them.
The whole thing is that I think that the whole problem with Assassin's Creed is that whole those who came before shtick. Like that was the most derailing.
Oh God, I forgot about that. How did I forget about that?
Like they've derailed the entire plot because of this whole end of the world nonsense. Like I want to get to Templar versus Assassin, more ambiguity, fun times, and then this fucking bitch that calls herself a god says, "Nope, nope, we got to deal with my apocalypse plot."
I wish that hadn't happened. I wish it was more of just it culminates in that the Templars want to rule the world. And we're gonna stop
I
them.
wrote an
Rather than,
article
it's the
about
overall
that.
end.
I wrote an
Yeah.
article about that.
I'm sure, because I'm not the only one who shares that idea. Like, the end of the world thing is just weird.
Yeah, it was really, really, really out of place. It was like, the fuck? Why are we suddenly going into
And, like, each
Mayan
game,
bullshit?
they kind of, like, tried to cram it in there, but, like, no, it fits. It's totally cool. Like, this is how it's supposed to be. And I'm like, but it's not. It's kind of disjointed in the way it kind of fits into the story.
Yeah, it's
It actually
it's
fits
totally.
more towards the
Ubisoft
Mayan
is
calendar.
following the American rule of TV syndication, where you keep playing the same show over and over and over until like 6 people give a shit about the show, and then it stops being aired. This is what Ubisoft was going to do with Assassin's Creed. They're going to start putting more and more and more games every single year like clockwork until like 6 people give a shit about that franchise.
I mean, it's the Call of Duty effect, though. It's just sales. As long as it keeps selling X amount, they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna wait until they start making the Assassin's Creed with the ninjas in it.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Japan,
They had an animation
Everyone's
series.
been
Took place
begging
in,
for it, but the developers for it kept going.
But I mean, you already
Not gonna
have
fall for
ninja
that
games.
People have also been begging for Assassin's Creed to take place in World War II. So.
Yeah, it's like Colonial America.
I don't know about that one. That'd be a little too.
People have also been
Maybe
begging Assassin's Creed to take place in every other fucking nationale on the entire face of the planet.
Yeah.
Pretty much every single year in history, people want Assassin's Creed in.
Like, I personally want Victorian London if I had the choice.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah,
Actually, that'd be really nice.
dress up with a Harley Quinn outfit or something.
I saw one that I liked, which was Three Kingdoms China.
Where you play as Jack the Ripper.
I was gonna say, yeah, Jack the Ripper has to be in it.
Yep.
Oh,
No,
like,
man, you,
like
you hang out with Jack the Ripper. You
like
do
the
missions.
victim whores were actually Templar agents.
Yes.
That'd be cool, actually. That'd be a cool twist.
No, that would be a
Yeah.
terrible twist. Don't actually do that, Ubisoft.
Someone's listening to this, like, dude, we got the next idea. Let's do this.
Ubisoft, as you're watching this, in the slim, less than 1% chance of watching this, don't do that. That's a terrible idea. I'm sorry I said it.
I didn't do it!
My idea for
I mean, do Victorian London, just don't do that particular plot.
I still want Kingdom China.
As the assassin. Do it.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. Okay. Next up,
Yeah.
Two ninjas.
we got two stories coming out from Valve. First up, it looks like Left 4 Dead 3 is officially in the works, along with Source 2.
Well, it's
Getting
officially
mentioned as well.
unofficial.
Yes.
Well, from what
It was
happened,
on his computer.
fans from the Reddit Dota 2 community went on a tour of Valve recently, and a picture of an employee's computer screen was captured. And upon closer inspection, there was a listing saying about Left 4 Dead 3 testing, and it was running. That's also running on the Source 2 engine.
So, Left 4 Dead 3 has 3 titles. You know what that means, guys? Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Half-Life 3 confirmed? Half-Life 3 confirmed. Alright, I'm going to bed.
Oh God! Well,
Seriously, I'm still waiting for Half-Life 3. It's like Pixar.
Shut
It's like
up!
they're
They
making
will
all
never
these
be.
sequels for they're making all these sequels for other things. And it's like, guys, Incredibles 2, just make it now. we're all asking for it. It's like
They won't
Half-Life
make a
3.
Half-Life until
Make
there are
it.
more interesting shooting mechanics, and there's a reason about that I've already talked about in previous podcasts.
well, that's why they've been working on. They've got this Source 2 engine, and apparently Left 4 Dead 3 will be running on Source 2. Though this also, with this kind of revelation, we can also guarantee, we can say, finally say that Valve does know how to count to 3.
So we can stop with that shitty joke
Yes,
I didn't like the
exactly.
joke to begin with.
and
I'm
focus on
so
press
down
late
on
and fan
Team
fictions.
Fortress 3.
I'm interested to see what Source Engine 2 will do, though. Because
Why
Source is
would
still
they even
being used
try
by
a Team Fortress 3? Because Team
I don't
Fortress
know.
2 still makes them tons of
Oh
money.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Team Fortress 2. No, it's still got plenty of life in it. I mean, God, I still play it at times. So
people.
it's
Let's run the Xbox
I just
360
finished a
together.
session last week.
yeah.
I played a session this week of TF2 co-op.
Did you get a hat?
Oh God.
Yeah, I got a hat.
Tell me about how many hats you got. Tell me about the hats.
I've got
And I'll
hats of
tell you about how
hats.
much I hate them.
Oh jeez. Yeah, good news there for Valve fans, though bad news follows right after in the fact that Valve's San Francisco office has officially closed its doors and has become Temple Gates Games.
To be fair, they aren't closing their doors. They're just like going independent of Valve.
Yeah, they're it's basically a rebranding, if
So
you
it's
will.
not really that sad a thing at all. It's
Yeah.
it's the
that
baby
they
bird
hired
leaving
three
the nest.
people who were from PopCap Games, casual game makers.
Yeah,
And they
Valve.
decided they
yeah,
didn't
It is
wanna do that
baby
anymore.
bird leaving the nest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What-
and they decided they didn't want to do that, and then Valve's like, you guys can keep the offices. It's cool. Like they said, it was like some of the nicest partying you've ever seen.
True. Yeah, they did. Yeah, for those who don't know, last December.
PopCap.
Oh,
PopCap, yeah,
yeah,
ex-PopCap guys.
yeah, what happened was last
Hegel
December.
3 confirmed.
Oh, gee. Anyways,
That-
what
I
happened?
was going to say, maybe Dev Madden could be in there.
Oh,
You don't know who Dev Madden is? He's the guy who created Sly Cooper.
No, they mentioned the two PopCap names. It wasn't that. I know that for
Oh,
sure.
fuck.
Anyways, last December, Valve hired two former ex-Popcat developers Jeff Gates and Todd Semple in order to make a subsidiary in the San Francisco area. Though Valve specified that more to the effect of hiring new employees than acquiring a company, specifically referring to the company run by the ex-Popcat developers, Starfield Studios. The effect was that Valve had a presence in the San Francisco area. Though now, 9 months later, Gates and Semple are going independent. They have the Valve Studios now being called Temple Gates Games, and Valve has commented saying, "We worked with them during their startup phase, but they're independent now and still working on their game. We wish them the best of luck."
Congrats, you guys. I hope you do well.
Yep, and cool for Valve for just being so cool about it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And
Also, try
definitely
to get
looking
Dev
for
Madden on your team too.
Anyway, Don Matrick on your team.
Oh hell no, he's busy with Zynga with his freaking business lingo. But
I mean, we got to do
yeah,
a paradigm shift to innovate and make new money.
but yeah, definitely looking forward to what Temple Gates Games puts out for their first game.
I'll be curious to see what ex-casual game developers are going to do.
Oh,
Whether
yeah.
it be core game or casual game.
Mafia Wars 3 confirmed.
Yes!
Oh jeez.
Everything.
All right. Anyway,
Not getting Skies of Arcadia 2, but we're getting
I'm
Skies of-
sorry. It's not Mafia Wars. It's Gangster Battles because we can't
Oh,
copyright.
God.
Copyright.
yeah. Anyways, next up, the Hotline Miami publisher has they had an interesting message for Let's Players and streamers in the fact of during
I love
the whole
this
thing
message.
of
This is after Sega and Nintendo. I should probably preface that.
I absolutely love
See,
this.
So see, after Sega and Nintendo attempted to try to put a profit or block us Let's
After
Players,
Sega and Nintendo expressed open contempt for their consumers.
yeah when
Oh,
yeah
wow.
yeah
I was gonna say I love Hotline Miami, and I've already done like a Let's Play on it, so I'm wondering. I'm curious what this is gonna be.
well okay no hold
terrible
on
news for you, Pretty. I'm sorry.
now
Oh.
well let me get to that. First off, yeah, this is basically in the wake of what Nintendo did with the Let's Plays and what they quickly started retracting, and of course also Sega's. Well, the Sega was more along the lines of they wanted to redo Shining Force and try to get publicity more towards the new game.
Isn't that right, Total Biscuit?
God.
Anyways,
Boycott still stands a Sega.
I know,
to this
I'm
day.
shocked. I mean, like, what the hell? I thought they
That's hardcore,
apologized and dropped the strikes. The fuck? Anyways, Devolver Digital, the publisher best known for Serious Sam and also Hotline Miami, issued a statement to clear the stance on the situation with them in Let's Plays. And, we can take a look right here.
It's one of those single-page sites.
Can I post and monetize videos of Devolver games? Yes, and this is the best part.
Reload that
Refresh the page. We said yes.
page. Have you refreshed it to the very end?
Definitely.
'Cause I have.
Yes, I have.
It's hilarious when you get to the end.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Basically, it keeps going. It goes like, "Why not?" And then at one point, it says, "You know what? No." And then it just keeps saying, "Go away." At the end, it's like, "Please." Just
No,
go away.
actually,
Please
no.
leave."
Next question. Then
Yeah.
then it follows up with yes in all caps. Then
The point being,
geez.
though, Devolver Digital does not care, and I'm really happy to see that.
And then okay, here it is. You know what? No. And then kidding. And yes again.
Hang
And
on, where is
then
this?
ends up with go away.
It's on,
The site is can I post and monetize videos of DevolverGames.com.
Or just click on the page thing in the
Yeah,
chat.
let me put that up in the chat for us, and also on the chat in the.
But
we said yes.
I think it's great that they actually bought a website domain just to do that.
Exactly, yeah.
That's like the Sony, this is how we share games on the PS4 thing.
I
Almost.
love that commercial so much.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Just hands the game to someone else. Thanks. I'm like, oh my god, Sony, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Step 1, share your games. Thanks.
How to share your games on Sony on PS4.
Oh god. This is like that Steve style viewer.
I
though.
remember the statements when they finished, like, why did you do that video? And the guy said, because I thought it was funny.
Of course. But I think it's really awesome of Devolver Digital to just, especially in the wake of all this, like, there's only been like 2 companies, maybe more smaller ones, but for them to just clearly state we do not care is great.
Most
Yeah,
of the
and to do it in that
don't-
humorous
don't
tone
care.
is
In
just.
fact, most indie developers will actively encourage you to make a let's play of their game.
Because a lot of times people
Yeah.
buy the game. just to go check it out or support the developer.
Because it's human nature. You don't want to be out of the conversation.
Yep. I think especially in the case of Hotline Miami, it's attracted a lot of people just by looking at it.
Oh yeah.
It's weird, and then they go and buy it.
Mhm. And then they get frustrated the hell out of it, but yeah, it's good fun nonetheless.
Yep. I was playing it right before this.
All right, next up, bit of a surprising news for the Oculus Rift team. John Carmack has officially joined the team. Yep,
Yeah!
the creator of Doom and the current CEO of id Software has just joined. He will be being their Chief Technology Officer, or CTO.
I feel like
This is
John
exciting.
Carmack isn't like as popular as he should be, just because he's an amazing programmer and he's really open about everything involving his company and such.
Yeah, John Carmichael is an expert when it comes to programming.
Yeah, I remember when Rage came out, he talked about the texture loading, and he was like, if you spin too fast on the 360 version of Rage, you will just crash the game because you can't load the textures fast enough. Like, he's going to say bad things about his game. He's like, look, it works like this. Just, you'll figure it out. And I love that.
Yeah,
It was
I watched his QuakeCon keynote speech, and it's very interesting to listen to. I recommend it if you're into programming at all.
Yeah,
I need to go check that out because I love that guy. He's
Yeah.
just great.
but yeah, John Carmack.
He's also a pretty down to earth kind of dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I said, about just the way he expresses everything about his games and company. He's just like, I don't care. I don't have PR that I need to worry about.
Yeah. But anyway, him joining the Oculus Rift team. This
And
falls
to
after.
clarify, John Carmichael is still with id Software and
Yeah,
Bethesda,
Yes, it's not
Yeah,
leaving it. He just joined
and
the
his
team.
aeronautics company that he owns as well.
Yeah, John Carmack will still be in charge of id Software, which is currently owned by Bethesda. He's just going to divide his time between this and the Oculus Rift. And like I was saying,
Although-
this joining the team just falls just right after his vocal support of the new technology, praising the system for its ingenuity and saying it pretty much just seemed natural to get someone into, but just feel comfortable with the
To
system.
be fair, if I was John Carmichael and I was that knowledgeable in programming and I was excited about the Oculus Rift, which I am, I'd jump on the opportunity without any hesitation whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think it is great though that he's sparing his time to just be like, I'm gonna help you guys with this because his skill is just so good that I think it'll really
And
help
he has
out.
the money. And he has the money to fall back in case it doesn't pan out.
Right.
But it's just something like he didn't have to do it, so I think it's really great that he
Yeah.
did. In the end.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah, I'm really psyched to see what this will do for the Rift in the future.
Oh
I
yeah.
really want to get one.
Yeah,
I'll probably afford-
I won't afford one either. Yeah, not
I'm
for
eager
a
to see
while.
how it's going to pan out.
Yep. All right, now
First day, bye. Watch it
now
break.
our last story we'll be going somewhat in depth into is also a story. It's also on the GF homepage. Check that out. It's part of the furry news, but definitely want to give this one its own little spotlight here. It's the
Oh, this.
It's the Kickstarter for the Ukiyo-e fighting game called Edo Superstar. Now, this is coming from God, what is this? I forget his name. What was it? Damn it!
That guy.
No.
Let's call him John. For
No.
Jed Henry produced a line of art fans.
Oh, Jen
I
Henry.
saw
Yeah,
Bob.
you're right. You're right. Sorry.
I just read the
I
first line of the article.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a brain fart there. Anyway, yeah, Jen Henry. If you guys don't know, he's the guy that created some of the fan art that reimagined Nintendo characters as samurai, such as the one we should all know, the Star Fox art.
That we should all know.
Oh yeah, I mean that's been rotating on the net. I mean, I've had it pointed out by so many people. I'm like, yeah, I've seen it.
I've never seen
Which
it.
one are you
so
talking about?
I'm out of the loop.
I've never
Really?
seen it.
You
I
really
have
haven't
no
seen
idea
it?
what you're talking about.
The only Star Fox artist I know
All right,
is
let me show you. This is also teamed
Alright,
with
we're
the
out of
Kirby
blue.
one.
there's only one Star Fox artist I know, and they go by the name of. I'm looking them up here.
Crap. Let me get the full picture up
JEC
here.
Brush.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is
It's-
like old school art. This isn't
Yeah.
like your day.
Yeah, and you see the one right beside it. You can immediately tell. I mean, God, this is freaking Star Fox. I mean, Fox. You got a frog that's Slippy. You see Rabbit, that's Peppy Hair, and of course, blue, red. That's definitely
I've seen
freaking
these
Falco.
before. These are pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy did all this. I mean, he did other other fan art. I mean, you did a Kirby artwork. You also did a Mario fan artwork, which includes Toad as a rickshaw runner, and Bowser pretty much chucking what is a bloober, though it's an actual squid and it just firing ink right into Mario's face.
And Mario has a fireball, which is actually a torch.
Oh no, it's actually a fire flower. It's literally a flower that's on fire.
oh yeah, it is.
Fire flowers are on fire. My God. All right, so
It's like if
But
the
yeah,
ice flower was frozen.
Wait,
seen
did
the-
this guy do
I've
the
only seen the
Pokemon
trailer
ones
for
as
this.
well? I remember recalling a Pokemon drawing as well, where it showed like real animals fighting each other.
Cockfighting.
Oh god.
Yeah, exactly. It was Pokemon cockfighting.
You were saying, Maddie?
yeah, I was just like, I've seen the trailer for this game, and the art looks amazing. But what type of game is it? Is it just a brawler?
It's
Beat 'em up?
a brawler. It's a kind of brawler, but it's also going to have some light RPG elements.
Because you know every game needs a lot of RPG elements. My
And
freaking
it's
tennis
gonna
game has a lot of
use-
RPG elements
It's
in
going
it.
to use this guy's art style.
Yes, it's going to it'll be using the entire Ukiyo-e art style.
Hmm.
That's
I'm curious about the
gonna be
animations.
interesting.
Like, if he's gonna go for really smooth animations, or just really
They're
direct.
going to be smooth. They're going to be smooth. If you go to the Kickstarter and check out the video, I mean, you see a little bit of like the game in action, a demo of the game in action on an iPhone and also on an iPad, and it looks very fluid.
I hope this comes out in Android.
Oh,
yeah, you
it's
found
planned
more
for Android.
pictures.
It's planned on Android.
Sweet.
The initial release, they're planning on having it released for Android, iOS, and also Windows 8. But they also, if the Kickstarter goes well enough, they really want to bring this over towards their main 3 consoles they want to target are the 3DS, the Wii U, and the PS Vita.
Interesting selection. I mean,
What's
I'd
the
be really
game?
happy to see more Vita games for sure.
the name of this
It would be pretty
song?
easy to translate touch to all 3 of those systems because they each
True.
have touch pads.
Yeah.
So that's not as interesting a choice as it might initially seem.
Right. I was just thinking, I guess the console and the handle, but I forgot the Wii U does have a big touch screen that could be used.
Yeah.
Guys,
I wonder if
And
he'll change the
3DS
controls.
has the most obvious touchscreen, and then the Vita
Nice.
too.
Yep.
what's the name of the Kickstarter?
The Kickstarter is Edo Superstar.
It's on the page.
Yeah, it's on the page.
The hot
I
link
don't
for
see it.
Kickstarter campaign.
I don't see it.
If you go to the
Oh,
Destructoid page, there's a red link that says Kickstarter
Actually,
campaign.
okay, correction on that. Correction on the Windows 8 thing. It's just flat PC Mac. Okay, there's no
Okay.
Windows 8
So it's not like a
mobile or
Windows 8
whatever.
app.
No.
It's called the Shogun did that, and you saw that went from them.
Yeah.
There's no Kickstarter here. I'm looking at the link. There's no Kickstarter.
The third
know.
third
Wrong one.
line.
Hold on here. Let me. I'm putting the Kickstarter right in this guy chat. But yeah, with the
Next
Kickstarter.
week we're having URL training.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
seriously not kidding. It's not there.
Just click on the new link.
Oh well.
Anyways, as of right now, the Kickstarter's got 24 days to go. It's almost got 20K of its $65,000 goal, which is a pretty humble goal. I mean, I
For
feel.
5 days, that's not terribly bad
Oh,
at
yeah.
all.
Oh yeah,
That's 5
I,
days in, right? Not 5 days left.
5 days in. 5
Yeah.
days in. There's
Okay.
24
5 days
days
in.
to go.
So-
So
24 days
it's on,
to go.
it's on its way to make it.
Oh yeah, I definitely think
That's
it's gonna
what
make
it's
it. And like I said, there are stretch goals. Also, if you pay a certain amount, you will actually get a physical woodblock print, and you get to choose like which of the clothing styles you want on the main character, such as this little interesting tribute, the 8-bit Fuji. That one I do like.
Interesting.
And
got
now
that old
on
school
to
kinda
the
thing.
Brief mentions.
But yeah, there are stretch goals. So the big ones I'm hoping they'll get is basically the ones that fully expand on the game itself. So it's, adding more chapters, bring in also Zodiac Tournament as the final thing, and then of course there's also a new game plus that also makes the game harder as hell too. Harder than it was before. I mean. So yeah,
Alrighty.
definitely check this out. I mean, this is definitely a free game to keep your eye on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, now to the brief mentions, and we go back towards Microsoft, and they've officially announced the date. They officially announced when the changeover from Microsoft points to actual currency will be happening. It will be happening on the next Xbox 360 system update. Chief Product Officer Mark Whitten said that our goal is to make this transition as easy as possible for you. After the next Xbox 360 system update, when you go to buy something or redeem a Microsoft Points card or code on your console with your Microsoft account, we'll add to your account the amount of currency equal to or greater than the the Xbox Marketplace value of your Microsoft Points, which will be retired. Now, also, new Xbox gift cards will be rolled out along with this update starting later this year, and any old Microsoft Points cards will still be redeemed, but it's until further notice, though. So, get those things turned in if you still have one just laying around, whatever. Also, it's also important to note that there's a little thing on their FAQ page saying that your converted Microsoft Points have an expiration date of June 1st, 2015. So in a couple of years, if you still have anything that was converted into actual money, it's going to be gone if you don't use it.
Yeah,
forever.
I think Microsoft is going for like a Sega-esque fate here.
That's interesting because that's exactly what the article said.
Oh, seriously?
No, wait, that's what the
No,
comments
that's
said.
what the comments said, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I'll click the link.
Do you happen to be commenting on this article without telling us?
No, hang on, I'm going there now.
Did Sega do something like this that I'm just not aware of?
I don't quite remember.
Sega just crashed and burned.
Ah,
Yeah, that remember
Or just-
the Dreamcast and how epically that failed,
Yeah.
despite being a pretty good system.
Yeah, it was really good.
I need to get one of those. They're actually really cheap on Amazon. Probably gonna pick one up soon.
Oh, they just make comparisons to how Sega crashed. I said Sega-esque, so
Obviously.
Yeah.
obviously different.
Yeah,
But yeah. So, if you got any
This
points...
is actually a pretty good move to switch from points to
It is.
real currency.
But it's a long overdue move, is the thing.
It is definitely long
Yeah.
overdue.
And
It
it's
should
obvious-
have happened this generation.
And it's obvious that they're just following in. It's obvious that they're following in Sony's footsteps because with Sony you
Steam,
had the
to a
balance
lesser
and Steam. Because
Is
I
Nintendo
always found
or
it
Nintendo
extremely
points?
annoying that 1,200 points was like $15 or something like
If it was
that.
just
Yeah.
a 1,000 points equals $1 thing, would have been so much easier.
Yeah, see, I was
Yeah.
gonna say Nintendo does points, but don't they do it directly? It's like 1,500 points is $15 or something like that.
They used
Yeah.
to do points. They used to do
Yeah.
points, but they actually did... It was like $20 for 2,000 points.
Yeah,
Okay.
an easy conversion that I can do in my head.
Yeah, it's not some really weird like 1,200 is $15. Like I learned it by heart eventually, but it's so weird at first.
Yeah, it really
like-
is. The conversion
When
was
I
like...
calculate points, I
the
say,
fuck?
okay, how many points is this worth? I multiply that by like maybe 50, and that's how many dollars I spent on that game.
I hate having
I
to do
still-
that though.
I still
My
have
little
the issue
pony
of GamePro
costs
in my basement.
$2,000. That's too much.
Dude, I still have the issue of GamePro in my basement where they compare the point system when the PS3 and 360 just launched.
The big thing
I
is
remember
the,
looking at that. It's like a $2.14
They
conversion or
are
something like that.
essentially the same system. You pay money into a wallet, and you spend it on games. You don't spend it directly on the games.
Yeah,
But it,
just
Sony's
Sony makes it so much
a bit
easier
less-
to look at. Like it's just such an easier process to be
it's
like
easier
it's
it's easier
$10.
comparison. Oh, $10. I get $10. I use $10 all the time.
Mhm.
What is this Microsoft points bullshit?
the big thing is the expiration date though.
Yeah,
Yes.
but granted, they're giving it at the very least 2 years. So honestly, if you still have any of those remaining Microsoft points,
You probably don't
after
even care about the
conversion-
system anymore
Yeah.
at that
In
point.
2 years, you'll be done by that point.
Yeah.
So at least they're giving you that long.
Mm-hmm. True.
You know? That's
All right.
fine.
All right. Next up, bad news for those that are planning on getting Splinter Cell. The next Splinter Cell on the Wii U. There will be no
All two of you.
offline co-op.
All
There's-
2 of you who are planning to get Splinter Cell on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm getting Splinter Cell.
Yeah,
I'm getting on PC Master Race.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, Splinter Cell Blacklist producer Liu Jun revealed through an interview with Nintendo Life that the upcoming Splinter Cell game will not contain offline co-op for the Wii U version. The reason stated, time. That's it,
Time.
just time. In order to ship at the same time as the other consoles, we unfortunately weren't able to delve into this feature. But we think Nintendo gamers will be really excited to get the game at the same time as other consoles. Yeah, you know what, Ubisoft, you just proved you're even more douches because we can't push this back to add stuff into it, but yet we can push back fucking Rayman just to make it multi-platform.
I don't think that was all them though. I still wonder about that.
What I'm curious is, I wonder how difficult the architecture for the Wii U is to program for.
I don't think it's that difficult.
I don't imagine it is
I
either.
really think this is just another dick move. This is another dick move.
I don't imagine it is either, but I imagine there's a bit more difficult than like the new other next-gen consoles that are basically just PCs.
Yes.
So I imagine it's a little harder to program for the Wii U than it will be for
you have to factor in
the
like the
360.
Wii gamepad and whether two players using a gamepad, whether one's using a controller, different types of controllers.
Yeah.
The weird thing
Well, keep in
about
mind,
me
for
though is
Nintendo,
like
you use Microsoft's own drivers.
Yeah.
the weird thing that I find though is that they say they don't have time, and yet the Wii U's been out for a long time. So it seems to me like they just neglected it until the last minute, and they're like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
we're supposed to have this co-op thing."
Well, granted the
Keep
game.
in mind, people probably don't care, so I doubt it really matters that much anyway.
I don't think the average Wii U consumer really wants Splinter Cell co-op offline. I think they'll live.
Yeah, granted, the online co-op will still be functional. It will still be it was still in there with Wii U. Also, June it reiterated that Blacklist will be a part of all DLC plan. I mean, the Wii U version of Blacklist will be part of all DLC plans.
And like the only people that will probably be concerned about this are the people at Nintendo HQ proper, because they are very much in support of staying offline when you play games. They don't like online play for whatever reason. So
I think it's just from a perspective of they think
wait,
the
what?
parents would be happier.
You
I
said
don't know.
Nintendo's clearly more in favor of offline play than online play. That's been pretty obvious in the way they've been doing business.
Oh yeah, maybe, but at the same time,
you can't deny it, Gamer Wolf.
I can't deny it. I mean, with the way the Wii was, I mean, with just the lack of like any online
Not
games.
to mention the amount of censorship they plan to do with the Miiverse in Wii U.
The Miiverse?
Whatever you call it.
You just flip that W
That
around.
thing that people
Drivatar.
draw things on.
You mean the one where you draw dicks all over it?
Again, it's parental controls, just parental controls. But still,
I
don't.
Control to stop you from drawing dicks.
It actually does recognize. I think it has to filter through Nintendo for most things.
Yeah.
Everything that happens on happens on there has to be
Miiverse,
approved by Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about
I thought it was gonna be,
WarioWare
like,
on the Wii U because I've seen some weird stuff on there.
I thought it was gonna be like instantaneously or something.
No, it's just like it goes through Nintendo first, and they look at it and they're like, okay, it's probably not a dick.
Yeah.
A parent sits next to the child as they draw, and if they
It's
draw
probably
it
probably
slaps
goes
the thing
through
out of the
their
kid's hands.
filters, and then if it probably just goes through their filters and they post it. They probably don't look at all of them because there's too much stuff to look at.
Probably has like some kind of censoring it, like
you wouldn't be able to employ enough people.
Yeah.
Anyways, first and then a person, but point being.
Anyways, moving on.
I'll just say really quick.
What?
Okay.
Let's do that. Let's move on.
I did. Do you guys remember the co-op campaign that was in the last Splinter Cell game, Conviction?
Yes.
Yeah. I had that on 360, and a friend of mine and I played that. We played through the entirety of that on the realistic difficulty locally. So this is actually a huge thing for Wii U users, and I know a lot of people aren't going to buy it for the Wii U, but it's still kind of a slap in the face towards people who are buying the game.
Oh, to be fair, that's
like I
true,
said, that's
I don't know how many
being a dick
people are
again
actually interested in
because
Splinter Cell.
Because
Surely from a business standpoint, I don't know if there are enough people on the Wii U for Ubisoft to even care.
Like that's the thing is that it still sucks overall, but at the same time you have to consider how many people own a Wii U, are old enough to play Splinter Cell, are interested in Splinter Cell, and are interested in playing Splinter Cell offline co-op on the Wii U. Like,
or are you?
That's a long list.
Yeah,
that's it'll suck for those people, but there's just too many variables. It just makes
it's
it
a
like
bit.
Doesn't matter enough.
It was
not enough
only
people.
probably the right business move for Ubisoft to make, like just as a numbers game.
Just saves time and money overall.
Right.
Anyways, moving on. Sticking with Nintendo in our quick mentions. The next one is Street Pass games. The new Street Pass games. God, they made bank for Nintendo. They netted $4 million in 1 month of release.
I don't know how that works, but I don't understand street basketball.
Yeah, explain.
Basically, the 4 new games in question, Me Force, Flower Town, Monster Manor, and Warrior's Way, were the first Nintendo's pay-to-play experiment for the Street Pass games. The games, they're all
that makes sense now.
yeah. The games are all priced at $5 a piece, or you can get you get the bundle of them all for just $15.
Wait, they're free to play, but you have to pay to play them?
It's pretty much the way say Guild Wars 2 works. You pay for it, and then you pretty much own it, and you're able to play it.
Buy once, pay forever.
That's a misuse of the label free to play.
No, it's not free to play. It's pay to play.
Oh.
As opposed to free stuff that Street Pass normally has. Like free Street Pass features for other games.
These are all just little. These are just all these 4 games are just optional little things that you can buy that just give you more things to play in the Mii Plaza.
And then you can buy Mario hats.
Wait, you can buy hats? You said hats.
Well, you can't.
Team Fortress now?
Well, in the games you can get tickets, which you can then unlock like the newer hats that have been put into the Mii Plaza.
So you actually can buy a fucking Mario hat.
Well, with the tickets that you get just by gameplay. That's
Do not buy a Mario hat on any game in Nintendo mix.
I was joking. I didn't know you could actually buy a Mario hat.
Oh,
yeah, just not with physical money. Not with physical money. But anyways, it's just these Street Pass games. They've only been out for 1 month and already $4 million. Just
That's
holy
incredible.
shit.
And I'll be fair. If I was a hypothetical Nintendo fan in this alternate universe where I cared about Nintendo, I probably would buy Mario. I probably would spend money on a Mario hat.
So, well,
Oh, God.
anyways.
In this hypothetical universe where I am a fan of Nintendo.
No, it's like, that makes sense, just like that was like 5 minutes ago. Before we mentioned that you don't pay for it.
Anyway. But yeah, with this amount of money just made in just 1 month, goes to show, the Mii Plaza is bigger than we think. Goddamn, if 4 million can be just made from just these games, just getting these games to be available to be played, just wow.
I'm just surprised that they're $5 and they make that much money, because I'm stingy about spending like $2 on any kind of app store.
Well, also remember that there's also still going on is the deal where you buy Shin Megami Tensei 4 and also Fire Emblem Awakening, and you get $30 for free on the eShop.
Okay. It's just just whenever I think like handheld or like phone style games, whenever I see something like $5, I'm like, holy crap, it's a lot of money.
Yep. All right, and last little bit is pretty much a teaser shot that Sakurai put out. And it's going to be one of the stages for the upcoming Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. And yeah, if you play the game, you know what this island is. It's friggin' Pilot
Super
Wings.
Mario World Island.
No,
it's the
it's Pilot Wings.
Mario Kart.
Pilot Wings.
It's Mario Party. It's
Okay, guys, you really need to stop that because somebody actually did make a bad comment. Okay, Sakurai's post on the Super Smash Brothers series Miiverse. Yeah.
That looks like Minecraft. Why is he putting Minecraft in here?
Oh gosh, you're not funny. Oh god.
I wish I had the link to the Picard facepalming because I'd so put that up right now.
Yeah, seriously.
Dude, put the picture of Picard doing the quad face palm.
You know the worst part though is I don't know if he's trolling or not.
He's probably trolling.
That's Minecraft. Oh, okay. I feel a little bit bad now, but that's still funny.
But anyways,
I regret nothing.
So, anyways, nice to see a little bit more fan service towards an older game.
Really cool.
The original Pilot Wings on the Super NES.
I've never played
You know
it.
what? They should probably bring
Pilot Wings 2
back.
confirmed.
Pilot Wings confirmed.
Anyway, definitely look.
Bring back Pilot Wings.
I'll be definitely looking
Coming
forward.
back shortly after Half-Life 3.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, definitely looking forward to seeing what the stage itself will be like and what little gimmick will be about it for that one.
Yeah, because it's not 2D like the picture.
Yeah,
at least.
that's what I was thinking.
The
It's a
stage itself look like.
Yep. All right.
It's a 3D world in a 2D game. What the hell?
All right.
7 support.
Next up, Guilty Gear Xrd Sign gets some more character reveals. We get confirmation. We get confirmations that Chip, May, and Venom will be back for the next installment, along with Potemkin. But Potemkin got a complete design rework.
Yeah.
Venom's in this game. He's my favorite Spider-Man villain.
I know. I mean, I actually played Guilty Gear, and I can't remember these characters'
But
names.
yeah, if you take a look at the shot that they gave of Potemkin, the way he's going to be like in the new game, yeah, he's become a fucking tank, and he wasn't like that in the past several games.
I don't recall him, because the one I played was Guilty Gear Accent Core Plus, and I don't remember that character. I keep thinking of Foss whenever I think of him. I don't know why.
Ooh,
anyway,
I know that guy. I know that guy. He actually looks. Yeah, if you guys have seen the concept art for characters for Skullgirls, he actually looks like one of the concept characters for one of those characters. In fact, he's got the helmet. He's big. He's huge. I've actually played that guy a lot though, and he is essentially a tank dude. He is.
Well,
This character
the thing
doesn't
is,
exist.
the thing is though, Potemkin didn't look like this. I mean, he was like bare-chested, kind of. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, he was
just
basically
all
huge.
muscle. And
Yeah,
just
he was
now,
this huge black guy with those mechanical hands of his. I know who he is. I played as him.
anyway,
And
it's
honestly-
sad that Acharki isn't here because, well, I'm gonna quote him what he said in a Gaming Forever chat room. Yeah, this guy looks like out of fucking Mega Man Battle Network.
He does look
Yeah.
like a Mega Man character.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I actually kind of like the look of him.
I mean, he
I kinda
still
like
kind
the
of fits
feel
the
of it.
Guilty Gear
I
style.
don't
at
actually
least.
care.
I mean, dude, I play Guilty Gear, and I really don't care.
I mean,
You know what? Things
I'm
like
a-
either way, I don't care either.
I mean, honestly, I'm okay with this, but at the same time, it just strikes me as odd as, like, why have to redesign
It's a
him like
strange
this?
choice, but
Dude, maybe there's a story arc.
I'm okay with them.
I mean, especially
making
since, you know,
reinterpretation of a character.
I mean, especially since Chip, May, and Venom, they look the same as they have been in the last installments. I mean, May's still got
Last,
that,
like, weapon.
still that, you know, the orange pirate outfit, and she's got that big ass friggin' anchor.
Anchor, man.
Dude,
Anchor's best.
Game of Wolf. Maybe you didn't think about this, but maybe there's a little plot story in his
Maybe, but we'll have to wait for any kind of like an English translation as to what has happened to him since the last game.
so
I'm psyched.
Last I checked, he was a prisoner.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Next up, bad news if you're a Crytek fan. Crytek
yes,
had a security breach
yeah.
that could have resulted in compromised login data. Yeah, over the course of last weekend, not yesterday and today. Last weekend, Crytek, the guys behind Crysis, took down 4 of its websites due to some suspicious activity that they noticed on the sites. Specifically, Crytek.com, MyCryEngine.com, MyCryDev.net, and MyCrysis.com were all taken offline and pretty much remained. And Crytek commented on the situation, saying that there was a security breach that may have resulted in some users' login data being compromised. Crytek further specified that they were not sure if the data was copied. But it's possible that it might have been.
I think my question here is, what exactly was Crytek doing, asking users to give them their information and passwords and stuff? Like, why would I need to set up a Crytek account? Like, what purpose would that serve me?
Well,
Oh, wait, are you asking why they need a Crytek account in general?
Yeah, like, why would that be necessary?
Like, when I played Crysis, it didn't integrate with Steamworks or anything like that, so I guess that's why. And then they do have a free-to-play FPS called Warface, which uses a Crytek account.
If that's why, then fuck that.
I mean, I haven't played
I'm
Warface
sorry,
forever. I
I'm
just went to the
sick of-
website again.
I'm sick of getting accounts for every fucking service.
No, yeah, it sucks.
I use a service once, I need a fucking account just to make a transaction. No, screw that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Crytek has already contacted the possibly affected users back 2 weeks ago on Friday. And luckily, though, according to Crytek, no payment information from users was stored at all on the previously listed sites, so money itself should not have been affected.
I'm sorry, we took your information for no real freaking reason, and now it's stolen. Oops.
Yeah. Well, with
I mean, it's not as bad as any other feature hacks, admittedly, but it's still indicative of a problem that is probably never going to go away.
Yeah. Beyond anything like that, there isn't that much to say. Crytek is staying hushed, or they're still investigating as to what could have caused the security breach and who could be behind it. But
Crytek
it seems all too common.
Change your passwords, and if you're using password for other accounts, change those passwords too.
Yes.
Well, thankfully I don't play any Crytek games.
Can't play Warface right now.
Yeah.
Thankfully I don't play any Crytek games, so I'm getting it clear.
Yep. All right. Next up. Bungie is designing Destiny to deal with trollish behavior.
Explain.
Yep. According to Bungie's Chris Butcher, he's admitted that if you look back at online multiplayer gaming for the last 10 years, I think that the dominant threat has been adolescent males shooting each other in the face and squatting on each other's dead corpses. Bungie is now making an effort to encourage more cooperative and sparring behavior. For starters, they're having every user to have a series of emotes added, mapped to their D-pad, allowing you to salute, dance, wave, among others. Of course, doing a little dance instead of teabagging won't be enough to curb the trolls, which is why the highly touted public events that Bungie will be doing within the game will have safeguards set in place to deal with griefers. The details, however, are still nebulous, so keep your fingers crossed that it's not just some stupid advanced reporting system.
Does anyone else appreciate the delightful irony of Halo devs complaining about teabaggers?
I know, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool, though, that multiple companies are getting invested in disposing of griefers, especially. Like, I'm glad that's finally becoming a thing that they're concerned about.
Well, it affects our bottom line in the end, because if you're the game company that's known for your community being a bunch of griefers, no one's going to buy your games.
It's true. It does come back to business, but it's still nice to see.
Yeah,
I do agree though that it is kind of funny that Bungie is concerned about the teabaggers. It's like they're like, I have awoken a sleeping giant. What have I done?
Now,
I wonder how many people teabag
you're Halo. You
right
practically invented
Yeah,
teabagging.
Dude, they made it so that the guy's head goes up with your crotch in Halo 3. Like, they all teabagging.
Yeah, they did. Anyway, now, however, Chris Butcher also put that, they're pretty sure that these kind of measures will not remove any kind of griefing whatsoever entirely. As Butcher put it in the interview, he said that I don't think you can ever design toxic behavior out. You can't ever stop players from being toxic, but what you can do is prevent them being able to ruin other players' experiences.
Pretty much.
Yep. Yeah,
you can only mitigate the problem as best you can, because there is no computer system in the world that can deal with human behavior in the world.
Like, how he's not, how he doesn't have this weird idealist, idea that it's like, yeah, we can totally get rid of them. Like, he's realistic, and he's saying
even the most
so much.
Even the most advanced computer in the entire world is no match for the human mind.
Yep. Very true. All right, next up. Anybody who's still interested in the flawed that is version of SimCity that's most recent, and you're a Mac,
someday, but
if you're
picking it up soon.
I recommend against buying SimCity ever.
Yeah, well, if you're a Mac user and you're somewhat still on the interested in it, August 29th, SimCity for the Mac will launch. Good news, slight good news. For those that actually purchase SimCity on the PC, they will actually get a free Mac copy through Origin.
So Steam Play.
So,
and
how do you put this? It's a little, I guess, a little incentive for those that actually buy it first.
If you bought it on Origin, you get a free Mac version of SimCity. Bad news, you voluntarily paid for SimCity.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's not all bad. Like we joke, but it's not the worst thing that's faced the earth.
Yeah, no, it's not the worst thing facing the earth. It's just flawed as
up.
fuck because of how they launched it and what they did with it.
How they basically the best way to win is, and I swear to you this is true, just build a bunch of high-rise apartments and nothing else.
Dude, who the hell wants to win? How do you even win in Sim City? What's the
You
point?
maximize happiness, and it means and everything else is low. Maximize happiness and income from those high-rise apartments, and then nothing else decreases.
Who wants to win in Sim City? You just build a city. That's the whole point of it.
This is lovely. So anyway,
Also, Nissan Leaf
You
DLC.
gonna give me tips on how to win the Sims? Got any secrets how to win in the Sims?
I wish Seth were here so we could talk about the Nissan Leaf DLC.
Oh God, no.
alright, so let's move on next one.
Yeah, let's move on away from that.
This one's interesting. for
Next
me.
up. Yep. Dead Island is receiving a MOBA installment called Epidemic. Yep.
And
You know, it's
nobody cares.
No, but like in my head, I thought about that because I've played Dead Island. I'm like, Dead Island MOBA. Dead Island MOBA. I don't understand.
Yeah, Epidemic will be a
Like-
free-to-play multiplayer online battle arena game for PC, and it was made public via a pretty brief announcement. The full reveal, though, will be happening at Gamescom. Deep Silver has said that that three teams, not the typical two for the game, will fight to survive.
I
game
ask
is
the
set
question
to fe-
again. Does anyone actually care about this game?
Eh.
I like
I'm-
Dead Island, but I'm not
okay.
interested in this.
I'm
Oh.
curious as to how many bugs the final product is going to have. Yeah.
How many people would be clipping through the land?
Yeah. How many times will you get into a truck and the thing will fly off somewhere?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, with me, it's, I like MOBAs. I mean, I play League of Legends, I play Smite. I will just watch and see what unfolds with this one. And if there's any slight interest, I may give it a shot, but otherwise, I'm just going to watch and see what unfolds.
If it's cheap or free to play, then I'll check it out.
Well, it's free to play. It's
Okay.
confirmed to be free to play.
And I'll probably check it out on principle just because I played the first. Which speaking of which, does anyone want to help me finish the first Dead Island?
I would, but that would imply that I'd had to purchase Dead Island.
That's true. It's a very tough time.
Well, I ended up I got
Dude.
it thanks to the Humble Bundle.
I was gonna say you should have told me. I would have just bought you a copy.
I would have
for $1.
gotten that Humble Bundle, but that would have mean I had to buy Dead Island, and that would have to be on my conscience.
Honestly, with me, I just went like, I just don't care.
Yes, you
I
get
want
Saints
the
Row.
bundle.
And they already had Saints Row the Third on PC.
And I got that thanks to Game Freak, and big thanks to him. But yeah, I was just like, you know what, screw it. I mean, especially for Saints Row and Saints Row 3, especially all the DLC for Saints Row 3. It's like, I want all the chaos.
Dude, we should play Sacred Citadel sometime. I was curious to check that out.
But yeah,
Anyway.
I'll be just watching this and see what unfolds with it, if it's positive or negative, whatever.
Yeah, I'll be curious. I'm just curious to see if it's like top down, if first person, which I really doubt.
Yeah.
Like kind of gameplay aspects it'll have.
Well, it's a MOBA, so it's
Oh,
probably
and also
different
the fact that
Dota
there's-
or League of Legends or whatever.
And also the fact there's also going to be 3 teams instead of typical 2. That's kind of a little bit of a twist. Anyways, moving on. Good news for Armor 3 fans. Armor 3 has got its release date of September 12th.
Nice.
It will be
So
coming
that
out.
will be the game which you will buy to play DayZ 2.
I'm still waiting for a standalone DayZ.
No, it's
I
coming.
know it's in the make.
There is a standalone
Dude,
DayZ
I actually
coming.
play
there's
like
gonna be a
regular
standalone
Arma.
DayZ, definitely, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a huge
Arma
fan of
2.
Arma.
Otherwise
But-
known as that game you buy to use
Play
DayZ.
DayZ.
But I have heard that they're going to be using the engine for Arma 3, though, for that game.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
heavily modified one.
Yeah.
But yeah, September 12th, the developer Bohemia Interactive will be releasing Arma 3. It's as of right now, it's still, you can pre-purchase it and get into the beta for either $44.99 for the standard edition or $59.99 for the deluxe edition. And it will also include the multiplayer plus mod features and the single player campaign, which will be released in 3 parts after the release. Also, fact of the DLC, well, the campaign itself is being considered DLC. The DLC will be completely free.
Yeah,
Ooh.
they're releasing it because they don't want to wait too long on the game. They just want to get it out. So the campaign's coming out while they're still
Yeah,
working on
Joris, Project Lead Joris Jorzan van Land, whatever the fuck how you say
George
that name.
Jan van Land.
Jan van Land.
Or Van Gogh.
Okay. Anyway,
Vince Van Gogh.
the project lead of Arma 3 said that this was not a decision we made lightly. As game creators, we love developing and playing through campaigns. So, to those waiting hours, we say sorry for the delay. After taking a lot about a focus on quality over the last year, it simply did not feel right to compromise now. Rather than pushing back the entire game, we launched this year with an awesome package, a splendid kickoff for the Arma 3 experience.
It also might have to be that they lost 2 photographers to...
Yeah, that's the big thing right there.
So that might also be cause for the delay.
Yeah.
But I am super psyched, man. Like, I play Arma a lot. I led a squad in Arma for a long time, and I am just super psyched for Arma 3.
And then you abandoned to play DayZ.
I played DayZ, and I couldn't get into it that much. Like, I still prefer vanilla Arma.
Yeah.
Well, I started to see the controls for DayZ, honestly. But with Arma 3, though, the controls are a lot smoother. It's definitely more Call of Duty-ish, but it's still...
Yeah.
But still Arma. So, in DayZ, the new one that's coming out independently, the controls will be less clunky, I can tell you that much.
If you're at all interested in Arma, though, I would just say try it out. Like, I wish I could say that back when I picked it up for like $18. But it's just amazing. Like, leading a squad is a feeling unlike any other. And actually having real people listen to you, which is almost impossible in real
But
life.
that would mean that I had to interact with people.
Oh, jeez.
It's true. It's awesome.
Anyway, next up, announcement for the next character for Injustice. Zatanna will be joining in the cast of characters. After,
Her. She's got
This is how-
My cheetah!
Yep, and
we're shooting.
better news, Zatanna will be not in that goddamn new 52 outfit. Thank fucking God.
You see, I'm a fan of the Justice League. I know who Zatanna is, but all I could think of when I read this story was, ooh, cool, Dark Magician Girl comes to Injustice.
Oh,
All I thought when I saw that was, oh, hey, everyone, tits have arrived.
oh, jeez.
Look at the character model! Come
Oh
on!
yeah, of course, I know that. I mean,
Like,
just
Dragon's Crown is like the only game that's got
Look at
anything
her
on her.
titties. Look at her titties.
Honestly, I don't mind Zatanna's there, but really, I'm really more concerned if they're ever going to release or add Cheetah into the game.
No.
oh
Dude,
jeez.
She's as dead as F-Zero.
Oh
I was
jeez.
complete when I saw that logo.
Don't
got
you
gay.
dare
That
fucking
was the
stop
best
me
thing
again
for
about
me.
F-Zero, goddammit. You trolling little bastard.
Having logo.
Jesus
Whatever.
Oh god. Anyway, Zatanna, no days when she's coming out just yet, but we do know that she'll be just costing $5 on PS3 and Xbox 360. Oh no, wait, she'll be coming out August. Oh, in a couple days, in fact, August 13th.
Magic
So,
Attack.
I really
so
wish.
keep an eye out. Tuesday, Zatanna will be available as DLC for Injustice.
So, now that Dark Magician Girl has been confirmed, when's Dark Magician come onto the stage?
Oh
Dude,
god.
it's all about Dark Magician Girl. You don't care about regular Dark Magician.
No, I don't. It's all about Dark Magician Girl.
Like, let's put it this way. I got a Dark Magician Girl set in like 3 different card holsters. I don't have a copy of Dark Magician. That's how little I care.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, I do like Dark Magician Girl.
Moving
I'm
on.
not sure. Oops, sorry.
Moving on. Next up.
Good reference.
Yeah. Next up, King of Fighters 13 seems to be coming
Yes.
to Steam.
Sweet.
Yep.
Yes,
To
King of Fighters.
following along the suit of Mortal Kombat 9, making its way to Steam along with Dive Kick being greenlit to come to Steam. King of Fighters 13 will be following suit. CVG caught a glimpse of the now defunct trailer, which features gameplay footage as well as a logo containing the text King of Fighters 13 Steam Edition. There's no official announcement as of yet, but it definitely looks like PC only players will finally be able to get their hands on this installment of the series.
I already have it because of PS Plus, but I'm still really psyched for it. Just as far as having King of Fighters on the PC.
Yeah.
It's a great fighting game. It's a really underrated fighting game too.
I love the King of Fighters series. King of Fighters and Mortal Kombat. I'm gonna get so much flack for this. I like both those series individually better than I like the Street Fighter series.
Dude, I
I've
really
never-
don't like Street Fighter all that much at all.
Oh, okay, good. I was
I'm
saying,
a huge MK fan.
You're
And
not
I
going to get a
like
whole lot of
Street Fighter.
flack for that over here.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
not
Yeah,
Discord.
I love Mortal Kombat. I love King of Fighters.
Of course,
do
my
not like
mind was Soul Calibur. That's my thing.
Soul Calibur's a good team.
Oh yeah, Soul
Soul
Calibur is
Calibur.
always good.
But yeah,
Except for those
Mortal Kombat is my favorite.
I need to get Mortal Kombat on Steam. I have it on PS3.
I have it on Xbox 360. I gotta get it on Steam too.
Oh man, there's bugs. Some bug just flew into my forehead.
Aye.
Get out of here, bug. I'm crazy you'll get that.
All right, and our last bit of news for this week. Valve has officially announced the next list of titles of games that will be greenlit.
Oh, thank God we're talking about this.
Yep.
His body's ready.
You tell.
Yep.
Yeah.
The list of
Everybody.
titles does have a couple surprises, but some were kind of expected. The list of titles are 7 Days to Die, The Seventh Guest, Crashtastic, The Dead Linger, Door Kickers, Infra, Maya, Necro, The Novelist, Paranormal, Satellite Rain, Stranded Deep, Strike Vector, Viscera Cleanup Detail, and Wayfarer: The Outer Reaches.
But none of those were Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, unfortunately, no.
So I don't know any of those, and yet a lot of them sound cool, and I still think Greenlight is
I've
awesome
heard of The
'cause it brings
Novelist
so
and
many games to Steam.
Paranormal.
I know
Paranormal.
I know Seven Guest well. I mean, I
Yes.
still want to do a let's play of that on the stream
Yes.
later on, probably around like October wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, to have Seventh Guest now be available for purchase on Steam, I'm like, good, very good. I mean, this
You
guy.
know Paranormal Activity, right, Matty?
Yes. Yes.
That's basically what Paranormal is playing through that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
here- so
But-
speaking of horror games, though, when is Routine coming out? God, I want to play Routine so bad.
And I think The
Yeah.
Novelist was another kind of those games where you play as a novelist, kind of like Alan Wake-ish.
I mean,
Yeah.
I am all for like all horror games. Like I said, I think Steamlight's great, yes, because Greenlight, because it just releases so many more games on Steam, like daily.
but none of them are Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
None of them are Routine.
Seriously,
actually, you know what? I would hope someone will make like. Okay, look, I know some people gripe about multiplayer horror games, but honestly, I think there's still amusement with that. In fact, I mean, like, I've seen some people play
Well,
like.
you might as well
you
not
know-
even call them horror games at that point. though.
No. Hear me out. Have you guys seen like the Y'all Cast Ghost Hunters game when they were playing?
Not
on
really.
VOD?
No.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, basically, what I'm saying is, if you don't give them weapons and you just have a bunch of players in one game, and they just do whatever they want. Either they go together or they separate themselves. That's when things can happen, and people will just scare their pants off from the jump scares or the freaky images that they see somewhere.
Yeah, not my
I think
kind of thing.
multiplayer horror.
I am-
it's just
you know what?
I will be honest.
Right,
I'm still doubtful. I don't believe
Okay, look,
that.
look. Just look up the Yogcast Ghost Hunters and just watch the 2-part video of that, okay?
I'm actually really happy that Gamer Wolf mentioned the Seventh Guest, because I actually have like a weird history with that game. I got the sequel to that game called The 11th Hour.
11th Hour, yeah.
I bought that PC game at a fair that was a Catholic fair.
Yeah.
What the fuck, really?
A Catholic fair, and I was like, "Oh, this game looks awesome!" So I bought it for $5. It was brand new. It was old, and I went home and played that, and that game was so.
Was it brand new or was it old?
Yeah, it was so fun. Or no, it was
old game.
it was a
New copy.
yeah. I was gonna say new copy, but I'm only 21. But it was so fun, and I actually went back and played Seventh Guest. So I'm hoping they also add 11th Hour. But yeah, I'm definitely getting Seventh Guest, and I'm hoping I can do like a let's play of that. But if you already called it, then never mind.
Looking at the
Wait,
title, I
dude, you just
recognize
went, like-
the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Dude, you were starting to talk like Mach 5 there for a second.
Oh, sorry. Should I slow down?
No,
What probably happened is that he kind of crapped out on Steam, and then when Skype came back on, all of his audio
Oh.
came rushing forth really fast. So
Oh,
it
yeah.
kinda-
jeez.
Oh,
that's-
okay.
Oh, yeah. That
if I had
happened.
to guess, because I've seen that happen
Okay.
before.
So FMV
yeah.
games say, I'm intrigued.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Me,
Yeah.
I'm
excited.
I'm very happy to see Seventh Guest will be put onto Steam. I mean, not only that. I mean, first, it gives people a chance to play this. I mean, yeah, it's not exactly it won't scare the pants off you
And it's not
because
Paranormal
it is
Activity.
It has not aged well.
It hasn't aged well, but the thing is, though, it's still pretty damn good, and the puzzles are... They're good, though fuck the chess puzzles. I hate those goddamn things.
I'm not good at chess, so those had me stuck for a very long time. I hated those.
I also think it's good to release it on Steam, just because it feels like one of those platforms where you can just release as many games as you want, and it never seems like there's too many games.
And also the fact that it's going to be on Steam, that's also extra publicity, because Seventh Guest 3 is confirmed to be in production. So
Seventh Guest 3.
Yes,
and
finally.
But like the title, not good. Call it the 8th Guest.
It'll be called something else. Like Seventh Guest 2 is the 11th hour, so it'll be called something else.
But it's not Paranautical Activity, and no, I will not let that drop.
You know what? Routine. Screw you, Baldur's Gate guy.
Baldur's Gate is alright, but it's not Paranautical Activity, which should be greenlit on Steam. Fuck you, Valve.
Just so
there, I said it.
Also, I did expect Viscera. I've heard a lot of things about Viscera cleanup detail, and just you never expected having to clean up bloody messes to be actually fun.
Well, do you happen to have like a link to just all these, like so I can see screenshots or something, or I just have to go look them up?
Did you just talk about the game where you have to clean up blood after alien invasion?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna.
I know the guys who make that game.
Activity.
Oh, really?
I know the guys who actually made those games. The guys who made that game was the guys that did the ballistic weapon mod.
Oh, cool.
Ruined Storm.
Oh, wow.
They're the guys that made the so awesome and still being worked on to this day. Ballistic weapons mod for Unreal Tournament 2004. Guys, if you love Unreal Tournament 2004, get this mod. You will not regret it. Trust me.
It's a vacuum.
But that's not Paranormal Activity, which should be agreement on Steam, motherfuckers.
Okay, shush! Jeez! Am I gonna have to start friggin' gagging you about that damn thing? Swear to God.
Well, I mean, Valve, it's clearly being made an example unfairly.
I know, it's true, but, there's so much you can complain about something before you really just okay, shut up now.
Every time that you mention Greenlight, I'm going to mention Paranormal Activity because fuck Valve for not putting that game on Greenlight.
G Wolf, what is this game? I'm watching Visceral Cleanup Detail, and I'm like,
you're janitor. You're cleaning up a bloody mess.
Yeah.
The aliens took the bloody mess perk from Fallout 3, and they kind of used it too much.
All right, looking at some of the shows, this game's pretty cool. I am stoked.
Yeah. All right.
I think it was +5 damage.
Nice.
All right. Okay. Well, one other thing we definitely had to mention real fast. Yeah, Mega Evolutions were announced for the upcoming Pokemon X and Y. Honestly, it's like an emergency power boost, if you will, in my opinion.
Can you explain how it works for me?
Basically, put
explain Pokemon.
Okay. What they said was for the Mega Evolutions along the game, you're gonna find hell items, or what was it, Mega Stones. I think they're called Mega Stones.
You're finding items.
Well, you'll find them along in the game. You'll be able to find them along in the game. However, each of these Mega Stones are for a specific Pokemon, such as there'll be a Lucario specific one. There will be a Mewtwo specific one.
And if you pay $1.99, you can get the all Mega Stone.
No, there's nothing like that. I mean, the one thing that has been promised though is that for a bit of time after the game is released, you can gain a special. You can get Torchic through the Wi-Fi, and it will.
So you have to buy these stones.
No, you get them as you play. You get them as you play the game. You will find them in areas. They're basically hidden items. It's like when you travel through places in Pokemon and you find these items on the floor. And if I get the Lucario Stone of Evolution, I can put in my Lucario and it becomes Mega Lucario. Yes. However, it's not permanent. It's only for the duration of the battle. Afterwards, it's back to just normal Lucario. So yeah, it's a power boost if you need it.
Okay. I mean, that sounds fine. Sure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be some sort of a risk
he turns
involved.
to a +1 Lucario temporarily.
Everything goes back to Baldur's Gate in the end.
Can you talk about the game that's not Pokemon related?
I mean, I think it's worth mentioning.
You talk about paranormal activity.
Oh God.
God.
Anyway.
Let's talk about how I'm going to kick you in the dick.
Oh jeez. Anyway, but no, it has been explained that it's just basically.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, what happened?
No, everything's okay.
It's cool.
But
I mean, it sounds cool. It's just nothing crazy to me. Like, I'm not a Pokemon fan.
Again,
but
it's just a special item that can be used. It's a special held item that can be used in battle to temporarily give a Pokemon a power boost and a new ability. The effect completely wears off at the end of the encounter.
Sure.
Now, as of right now, I don't know about any downsides as of yet. It's just pretty much it's how it works, and as of right now, we only have 7 Mega Pokemon that will be able to go Mega in the game. There's Lucario, got Mewtwo. We know the Blaziken you can get via Wi-Fi download, and the 4 others confirmed are Mawile, Absol, what was that? Ampharos, and God, there was one more. What was it? Oh, Kangaskhan.
Kangaskhan.
Yeah. But anyway,
what is Genghis Khan doing in Pokemon?
Barbarian?
So
Oh my
he went
God.
to the time portal, and when he saw Professor Layton and fucking Phoenix Wright, and then he's like, "No, wrong portal," and he went back, and he wound up in Pokemon Snap. And he went back in. He was wound up here.
oh jeez.
All this.
Anyways, all right, that's it for us this week. Any final words, you guys?
I want to just say I looked up the new 52 costume for
Please look at me.
Zatanna, and I actually think it looks. That's she's like in the jeans and the boots and stuff like that, right?
It's basically it looks like she's a friggin' teenager, kind of.
Oh, all right. I don't know. The one that they used, I was like, the new 52 one, I just thought was a
I
little.
gotta see this.
That's just my personal opinion.
Oh yeah, it's got like fishnet arms and like leather pants and all that.
Yeah, I'm like, I actually kind of like that. Like, maybe that'll be like. Alternate
I guess
costume
people are pissed because the magician thing is kind of her thing. Is that she looks like a magician.
Yeah.
So it kind of
instead she looks like
She's
Sabrina
like
the
the Doctor
Teenage
Strange
Witch.
of DC.
Yeah, it's her defining characteristic. So I guess I could see why people would be pissed.
Yeah,
whether,
I
whether it looks
frankly,
better or not is not important. I guess.
yeah, and frankly, with me, I prefer she has that magician's outfit rather than looking like Sabrina the fucking Teenage Witch.
You want the Dark Magician girl? I get it. I get you.
She has 7 attack points, special ability, 7 Dark Magician.
Oh god.
But that was just my personal opinion.
Hey.
I was like, I kind of like the new 52 look. Anyway,
You would
that's-
totally do Dark Magician girl. Don't lie.
Hey,
God.
14-year-old me, think about it.
All right, that does it for us this week. So we'll catch y'all next week. Take care. Stay
So
safe.
about my Professor Layton fan fiction that I was talking about earlier.
Oh, jeez Louise.
And it ends.
Anyways, take care. We'll catch
What
you
about
next
my
week,
Genghis
though.
Khan fanfiction?
Buy the 7th guest when it comes out on Steam.
Yes. Also, again, take care. Catch you guys next week, though. I
Bye-bye.
won't be here next week, so
Bye.
I was waiting for Brandon. I was waiting
I
for
will be
Brandon.
gone
Objection,
in- I will-
said Phoenix Wright to Professor
I will-
Layton.
be gone.
Stream!
I will
Oh
be
my
gone.
God.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Okay, guys, seriously,
Bye, guys.
I will not be here this next week because I will be in Vegas. So
Right. And I will be hosting the show, so
I
prepare
will.
everything to go terribly.
I doubt it. You'll do fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, take care, you
Remember,
guys.
Back
you always
and
choose the
you
wild
suddenly
card ending, Gamer
exploded.
Wolf.
Okay, seriously. Okay, these 4 guys will catch you next week. I won't. I will see you in 2 weeks. See ya.